Hi everybody and welcome back to the Nexus Collegiate Season 2. My name is Lipa, I'm here together with Pide and we just watched the first team move on to the finals. It will be B2U Uppsala University from Sweden moving on to the finals.
It sure is, and now we're moving into the second semi here between KFF and the Paragon from England. So there is a possibility that we're going to have two Swedish teams in the final, but it's always fun to see two nations fight.
Yeah, and it's actually two champions going against each other. KTH, FF, reigning champions in the Nexus Collegiate, won Season 1. And Paragon, right now, they won the NLC RPS against a Swedish team, Bloodline, and has shown that they are very strong against Sweden. So let's see what champion is the strongest.
Yeah, we'll see it. And it's usually when we casted RPS, we talked all about the nations all have their own meta.
Yeah.
But KTH, FF, they have their own meta, so you can't really rely on the experience you had against Bloodline or any of the other teams they played against.
If there's anything you can expect from Fritt Fall, it is that you will always get the same thing.
Ish.
Yeah, you will always get the same roster, you will always get the same champions, and you will always get the same result. Win.
They are the reigning champion for a reason. So if there's any team you want to beat here in the playoffs, it should be the KTH FF team.
Yeah, and also universities, of course. We have Kungliga Tekniska Högskolan or the Royal Technical I don't know how you say that, University, I guess. Yeah. And then we have Exeter University in England, of course. Yeah.
Did a great job there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best.
All right, then the first semi we were watching was a 2-0 over their two predicted to you int. The start of the game, kind of even, and once you change, not so even, but this time.
Yeah, this time we have the Swedish team, of course. Like I said, Royal Institute of Technology, Sweden. Top lane, we have Kire as always, Loffe, Ido, Omni, and Calm. Same lineup as always. In Paragon, we have Ken Jingwa, Snepex, Tima Topper, Lasp, and Zack. And I can immediately apologize because I said wrong on that flag in the middle last time I was casting this team, and yeah, now I know.
You practice.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not gonna name it.
So what's your expectation of this series? Do you expect a 1-1 or a 2-0? Or 1-1?
I mean, I'm a caster. I always expect to go to Game 3 because I want to go to Game 3. That would be the most entertaining to me. But like I said, both these teams are champions, and I think it's gonna be really, really close. But I mean, we'll see. I think we can go to 3 games here.
I also think we'll go to the Game 3. I mean, all of these players, same level, just different nations. And as I said before, they played against each other before. I'm pretty sure some scrim or something somewhere.
Yeah, I think
otherwise they played against all the other teams they played against. So
I think in the last RPS, they faced off against each other in groups. Yeah, I think so.
All right, so we're expecting a Game 3 here from us casters at least. So who's going to take the first one? Who do you think has this extra momentum in the beginning?
I mean, in this specific tournament, I'm saying that KTH FF has the more advantage. One, we're in Sweden. 2, they're the reigning champions in this specific tournament. And 3, I mean, I just feel like they're more comfortable coming into this. They know a lot of this staff that is working here, the production, the Swedish Onlineligan, Phoenix Blue. They know us since before. And I think that will be a bit of an edge here in Game 1.
Home field advantage.
Home field, exactly.
All right, but we're moving into the picks and bans. We have KTH FF on the blue side and Paragon on the red side. And you can actually see the colors there on the different teams, blue and red side.
Super cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. First ban will come out from KTH FF, and it's a Yone. That's the first one, and a little bit of a laughter from Fritt Fall as they ban out that champion.
Yeah, and the second most played here for Tima Topper. So they've done their research. They know what they're up against. So the bans are coming from that. Paragon, though, banning out Sari, and KTH FF gonna continue the streak that we had in the first series to ban out Skarner, and I think we're gonna see him banned in every game. And if he's not banned, he's going to be picked.
I mean, it just feels like one of those champions right now. Same thing with Tristana. We saw that in Game 1 in Semifinals 1. Being stomped from Forslund. It gets immediately banned in Game 2. But just one of those champions. Pick or ban, both Skarner and Tristana.
And second most broken champion in the league right now, Talia. Also 100% ban rate so far. You can play your jungle and mid S tier in both lanes, even though the little nerf came out for the jungle one, as well as then Paragon going to continue with Illusion and Ashe ban. 3 AD carry bans in the first round.
I mean, that's just respect against Omniscient. He's a really good player. I have such respect for Omniscient. I think he always shows up, and they leave Jinx open though, and will first pick it because I think they suspect that if they don't pick ADC in the first pick phase, they will ban additionally 2 ADCs against this man.
It wouldn't be impossible. I mean, you rarely see 3 AD carry bans coming out in first ban phase. So, as mentioned, if they wouldn't pick at AD carry now, might have expected 2 more coming out. But Tristana and Lilia for Paragon.
Ooh.
KTH FF is gonna get the Jinx for the AD carry, and mid we're gonna have Wei, who is one of the most played champion for Edo. And we know usually KTH FF how they play. They play as a team. They prefer the big team fights. They scrimmage as a minimum of 3 of each team. And there we have something we see plenty of times. It's the Udyr coming out here for Loffe. And here in Sweden, you have a few champions that he's known for. He's either gonna play 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't pick Udyr, we would probably pick the Evelyn. He's so good at this champion. I think the AP meta in jungle right now just suits this man so perfectly, having 2 champions so well merged into his backbone. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy him to watch him play this Udyr in game 1. And we see a lot of similarities in Paragon game 1 as we saw in B2 Int, because both Tristana and Lilia was played. Ezreal was hovered, not picked in that game, but I mean, a lot of similarities.
Yeah, this is just how the meta is right now. Lilia, just all AP champions in the jungle are really strong because AP got a buff. Tristana is working really well mid, as we mentioned in the last semifinal, because all the AP champions in mid lane usually have a slow start early game, doesn't have this high CD to use the spells all the time, and there you have Tristana just jumping in, getting all of her abilities off at the same time. And then the Ezreal pick coming out, and I think it's pretty fun because Ezreal is Omniscient's most played AD carry, but the bans.
I'm a bit confused here. Why would KTH FF ban out Renekton when Renekton and Camille is the most comfort picks for Kirei?
They have a plan.
They're cooking something. They're cooking something here.
And there we see Paragon banning out Alistar together with Nautilus, who is just for calm. It's 2 champions. We've seen him play plenty of games before. We have been this big carry for the team, the big engager for them. So taking away those 2, and the last ban coming out here from the blue side is going to be the Leona. So a lot of focus on the supports in the second ban row. And the first one was the AD carries.
Wait, maybe it's Udyr top lane? And so they ban out Renekton because they don't want to face Renekton with Udyr, and they're gonna go Evelyn jungle. That's not impossible.
It's not impossible, but
they're cooking.
They're cooking something. So
they're
Maokai
cooking.
Or Braum here is gonna get picked for calm, most likely, unless they're trolling us just as they usually do. But we've seen Maokai once and Braum once so far. And it just fits like KTH FF, like usually how they build their team comps, it's not the standard team fighting wombo combo team you see. It's a lot of we're gonna chase you until we get all of you.
I mean, right now I think both Edo and Omni feel really safe, 2 frontliners who would help them, and Camille, of course, being the last open top laner, as Calm will smirk a little bit for the camera here. But banning out Renekton, it's pretty obvious he will go for the Camille here. But that also means that Paragon will have the last pick available, which will mean that they will have the opportunity to actually counter that Camille in top lane.
Oh, I saw the last pick from here, if you look at that screen. The Gwen.
Oh, it's a Gwen.
It's a Gwen coming out for the top side. So Gwen is really strong in the right situation, but early game you need to do something to punish her so she doesn't hit that mid and late game stage where she can 1v9. And I think with Camille together with Udyr, with Comfort Champion, they should be able to do something. Otherwise, in the situation now when we have a Camille, I really like this pick because we're gonna see the Tristana be a big problem in the mid lane, and probably once we hit the team fighting as well. There you have Camille ultimate, just lock down, the rest of the team can rush in easy. They should get that pick pretty fast.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on both teams. This is a best of 3. Of course, you want to win that first game, put yourself in a situation where you just have to lock this out. But at the moment, 0-0, Sweden versus England. A lot of pressure on the players sitting on stage now. And I think we have a little bit of some kind of technical issues here, but we're going to fix that and we're going to move right into game 1.
Yeah, now when we've seen the picks, how do you feel about this? Because we have bot side with Jinx and Maokai against an Ezreal and Rel. I like the Ezreal in the mid late game, but don't think like early game. He has the damage, you can poke someone out of lane, but together with Rel, who's such a big engaged champion, it doesn't really mix too well.
I feel like Paragon is just going to take every single fight they can in this bot lane. I mean, the lane that gets level 2 first will probably just advance and try to get some kind of advantage in the lane. When you have these initiative supports, you always want to go for the level 2 power spike and hope that the enemy team didn't really recognize that they're 1 minion behind. And if you can get a good trade there, that will just put the entire tempo of the laning phase set for the entire game.
Yeah, it sure does. And so that's bot lane. Bot lane usually is something, but mid lane?
Yeah. Mid lane will be interesting as well, as we get the notification here that we will be moving into game 1, everyone. We have KTH FF versus Paragon. And this is semifinals 2 to see who faces off in the finals later against BTU and UU.
All right, before the game starts, if you have to pick one player or champion from each team, who's going to be the big target, the big carry for them?
I'm going Omniscient for KFF. I'm going Tima Topper for Paragon.
All right, then I have to rethink. Then I say Edo and can you go top? I think when like early game, yeah, as I said, you don't see too much from her, but then you usually just, she's not strong enough. Let her free farm for 10 minutes, and then she comes back and do 1v9, doesn't take any damage, and just one-shot every single tank as well.
I mean, mid lane is such a skill matchup. As long as Edo can hit the fear, he's fine. But if he misses the fear and Tima Topper gets in, he will do a lot of damage. And there's not that much Edo can do in the early stages of the game. But with that front line later, having a Maokai, Yuder, and a Camille standing in front, just giving him the opportunity to do any damage he wants together with Omniscient, that will be comfortable for him.
Sure is, and we've seen these match up a lot before, that once someone picked Tristana well, then you pick away, just because, as you said, you have these CC ones you get jumped on.
They want to look for level 2 here before they go in, but a good trade coming out from KFF initially, as they actually do a lot of damage to last.
Yeah, the poke's gonna come out here, and you said it in the champ select, whoever gets level 2 first here is gonna look for the fight, and probably from that, yeah, they already know it's gonna be level 2 for the blue side here first. We can see it on the minion stage. But jumping over to the junglers, where they started, both starts on top side, gonna do their rotation down to bot. And this is the thing, both of these champions are really quick in the jungle. The clearing speed is good, the movement speed is good for them. Who's just gonna hit bot first?
And so much similarities between Yuder and Lilia as well. High mobility,
just
CC.
Look at them, they entering the second part of the jungle at the same time.
It's a like split vision mirror image of each other, and so much similarities. We'll go for that damage over time, both of them. I think he's gonna play Phoenix Stance, that's the way to go. And we will see what jungler comes out on top.
And if we just look how they're ranked in the meta right now, Lilia should be the stronger one, but we also know that Loffe on Udyr is like the comfort champion for him.
He's that guy. He's that Udyr. And Jingwa is doing good damage in top lane. Actually tricked Kirei that he reset it to get that extra damage in.
Yeah, we've seen top laners just lately, a lot of them are in this situation where they're like pretty far behind in the HP, but they still stay put, and they're just trying to bait them in on the tower because they do so much tower at the moment. Damage.
Yeah, SnapX will be the one to secure bot river scuttle here, and it looks like Lafu will accept that and go for the top one. A usual jungle handshake, as always. When it comes to neutrals and scuttles, they always trade equally.
Yeah, and they're both going for the vicious strong side here. Lydia's going to move down to bot side. Need to do a little reset there, but sticking around a little bit for the longer than expected. Loff, on the other hand, is going to do a reset here. He doesn't know that he's being awarded, though, so right now, Paragon full on information that we have a reset on Loffe.
Yeah, that's not something you want. As a jungler,
especially not the first reset.
I mean, enemy teams just watching you recall, they know exactly where you are, and every single lane could be like, okay, we know where the jungler is, you can do whatever you want. If you want to go for something risky, if you just want to try something spicy in lane, do it.
This is the moment. Dragon is going to be up in 34 seconds. The other two games we've seen a lot of dragons been taken, but no soul so far. Is that something we can expect from this game?
I mean, we can always expect it, but I think this is going to be really close. Like, initially, looking at both these teams, it just feels like both are comfortable. There's not a very obvious advantage to any of them. So I think it's going to be up to the junglers here in the early stages of the game to just let us know what is actually going on in Game 1.
Yeah, they're going to have much more impact than the first semifinal, where it was the whole team completely. But these two junglers, we know they're going to have a big difference in the team, how it's going to go out for them. And right now we see bot lane's going to push out, the dragon is up. Could be that they're looking for it. Snepex is on the other side of the map, so would be a great timing for them. But they don't know where Snepex is. It's just us.
Both junglers getting spotted all the time. Good vision from both sides. Will be able to lock down and stay safe throughout at least the first 5 minutes of the game. And if we look at mid lane, Edo should be really happy here. Timo Topper has not put him in that really awkward situation, which you can as a Tristana. But will be a little bit behind in farm as Timo Topper teleports and will pick up that wave as well.
Yeah, and bot lane's done exactly as we talked about. Pushing out bots, moving up, take the dragon on spawn, leaving it all to Loffe. And this is just how we used to see them play. Laning phase, kinda passive, not taking too big of a risk, taking all the objectives, moving as a team, and then they're gonna look for these team fights after 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, so much routine, so much experience in this team. They have played together for so long. They know each other in and out.
Yeah, now we have the grubs. He's going to go down over to Paragon. So, as usual, one team is going to take 3 grubs. The other one is going to take the Drake. And the next time they spawn, they're going to swap it up.
Yeah, looking good for both teams so far. We need to be able to spot where the first blood will appear. No one interested so far. They're just feeling the water. They're not attempting anything. I think where I've seen most aggression so far was top lane, but Andersen now moving very nicely as Zac will go in under the turret, take a lot of damage. Another tower shot, first blood goes to Calm. Will do some damage left as well, but Omni staying alive, spicy. Luffing out top lane together with Kira, will be able to lock him down. He cannot get out, he needs to go for the damage, but Kira is moving around Spicy. Can he get the kill? Yes, he can. Loffe showing up.
All right, Lastblood is going to look for something else. How much could you block, though? Oh, no,
that's
not good.
Is that shot going to kill him? It went to space,
but... he's going to go for the dive.
Yeah, Snepex looking for Calm, will get the kill. Triumph is keeping him alive. Same time in mid lane, Timo Topper going for damage on Edo, who misses ultimate. But it's just going to be a little bit of a trade here. We said that we wanted blood, and they delivered.
For sure, and we saw that engage first on the bot side. Last bed, and Zac is going to go in for it. Didn't really hit the CC. They were ready for it. Omnisen's going to use just Ghost, get away from that situation, get a kill with them. Kira together with Loffe picking 1 kill on top side. But then at least Paragon gets something back in this situation. Here we see it. Don't connect the CC. The cleanse is going to come out in this situation. And all of a sudden, Rel has all the tower aggro, and that's an easy first blood. And here on the top side, this is usually what I see. Kira and Loffe together. Kira going to use his ultimate. No one can escape from that. Loffe comes in with the damage. A little bit of extra CC.
It is close, though.
Secures the kill. It's really close.
Yeah.
But here's the second one. Calm needs to block everything here for Omniscient to go B.
That basic should have killed them.
Should have killed them, but that jump just around the corner means that Maokai is going to go with him, and Snapback's going to go in and clean up that kill.
I mean, Triumph, once again, clutch when you go to a situation where it's kind of 50-50. But it's so important that Snapback's got a kill, otherwise Fitfile taking over the map completely. Now, not leaving anything to chance. We got England on the board as well.
It's going to be interesting how they're going to play this lane now, because we got 1 kill over to Calm, but it's still the support is second last, but gonna take it easy on the lane now? Do they just want to farm, or they're still gonna look for these fights that they just tried to do?
Yeah, Omniscient was the one, it looked at least, as Paragon feared the most, as they banned out 380 carries in the first ban stage. And he did not get the kill in bot lane, but still a bit of an advantage, 240 gold at the moment over last. So, I mean, they're happy with that in early.
They for sure are, and we're not even past the 10 minutes mark. And the games I've casted before with Paragon, they're kind of the same. They prefer to fight after the platings are gone, not want to look for too much. Now they tried from bot side, but overall the team is not going to move too much, look for the big fight. So I think farming, both AD carries are going to be happy with just farming. I mean, we have a Jinx and Ezreal.
Yeah, I mean, especially Omniscient, I think Jinx is the best scaling AD carry in the game if you don't count like Smolder or Senna with 1 billion stacks. So, as long as this gets drawn out a little bit, as Lafe will walk into the jungle being a little bit curious.
But gonna get the camp with him, well, the multiple of the minions. And Snepix is gonna move around from that. But we have a Dragon coming up here in 30 seconds. It's the second Drake. The first one went over to KFF, and now we see them on the grub. So we talked about it.
Yeah.
They swap around the second time they're gonna spawn, but at this time I actually think KFF have the time to get the grubs and then move down to Drake.
Good intentions from Paragon in mid lane as Zac Hex flashes over the wall together with Tima Topper, but Ido is ready, doesn't even have to invest his flash to survive. And a rotation for bot lane now when Omni has stepped up a little bit. Zac will be here as well.
Oh, but no.
Yeah, once again Tima Topper, but this fear will hit. A lot of damage coming out from Ido. Will not execute, but will scare him off and also crash the wave.
It for sure will, and we see now that the grubs have gone down to KFF. Paragon is going to move over to take that second Drake, and all of a sudden we're going to have 1-1 in Drakes and 3-3 in grubs. So even in the neutral objectives, the kills 2-1 favoring KFF, but the gold lead 1500. It's not too much. The only problem for them is that 700 of that gold is on Lofi, so Lofi is already getting this head start that he used to.
Ido once again trying to crash that wave. Wants this canny, will get it as well. But 4 members invested to get this dragon, and they will, and now it's all even when it comes to neutrals.
So we're just going to continue farming here. No, but all of these champions are all scaling. I mean, top lane, Camille and Gwen. We just want to scale. Jungle, maybe they want to fight a bit more early. Mid lane as well, scaling, bot is scaling. So I'm just happy we got 3 kills so far.
I mean, I've seen some intentions. I've seen motivation to actually get some kills. I think Ken Jingwa is looking for every angle he can to pick up that first kill for himself in top lane. But after that gank from Lafe, I think just Kire is a little bit too much ahead. You don't want to gamble that too much and get yourself in an even worse situation. So a lot of patience right now from Paragon would be helpful.
We'll see what they can do with it. But, alright, if we look at the map right now, all the lanes are pretty even. It's only jungle where the biggest diff is, but that's because of those kills. Plating's gone down on top side. We have Lofi in the enemy jungle right now.
Yeah.
They could look for something, but as well, Snepix is there. So
wait, they don't have vision. He can run straight in if Calm goes in with Twisted Advance, looking for this fight. They want to get last. He's flashing away, a lot of damage coming out, but will secure that. Tima Topper now coming from behind. Snepix as well, another teleport coming in. Lafe needs to tank for his team. Calm is already dead. Lafe coming in with the CC, Ido hitting his ultimate. Snepix going down really low as Lafe secures himself a second kill last, still alive. Lafe looking for Tima Topper, and it's Fritt Fall going crazy.
Oh, that was a messy team fight. We had 3 TPs getting started, only 2 of them got there. And then we see the replay down here. The little reset from Kira, or cancel, means that they're going to win this team fight. Because if we had Kendrick coming down, it would be a whole different story.
Yeah, good from Kira. Has that presence on the map to just go in, cancel teleport, and get back out again. I mean, both teams looked really ready for that fight. But I mean, somebody has to win it.
For sure. And even Kira wasn't there. He was the key player to make that fight to go to their favor. And as I said, they don't want the scrimmage. You see, they forced a scrim on them. They were like, all right, use all teleports. You want to use this as a team fight, nothing else. But now 4 against 2 in kills, and the gold lead has moved away a little bit, moved up with 700 gold. So right now, the total is 2,000 gold in favor for KFF, and it's still majority of that gold is on Loffe. The second player is going to be Omni, who also has a 1k gold lead. So a Jinx that's ahead, that's no good. And Loffe on his Udyr ahead, that's also no good. But on the other hand, Paragon, they're still fighting it so close, and I think if just one mistake for KFF and it's an ace of Paragon instead.
And both teams are showing that they deserve their spot in these semifinals. But at the moment, Sweden is the ones doing a little bit better for themselves and asking Paragon all the questions. Let's see if they can answer.
Or they for sure will sooner all right there in this game, and the item's gonna come out here. So right now we have items for SnapX, Timatopper, and last bit over for Paragon. If we look over to KFF, we only have items on 3 players as well. It's Loffe, Edo, and Omni. So right now the jungle, mid, and AD carry are the strongest champions on the field.
Looking at neutrals, 1 minute until Dragon Herald got picked up earlier by Loffe and Kire, which they will be able to use on the map. Could do that to get some attention to themselves in a side lane and pick up yet another Dragon, or they could just go for a full siege in one lane.
See if they actually might be siege time. But as I said, both of these teams are like, all right, the platings have just gone down. We can still chill for a few more minutes, get all of that gold that you could get your hands on. Because I think once these two teams decide to like, all right, it's team fighting time, they're not going to stop fighting.
And now we see Loffe has picked up his Leandries, but will also go second item, Frozen Heart, against last Timatopper and Kenjingwa. That is not something you want to see in the early stages of the game.
Sure not, and now Dragon 12 seconds away. Both teams have a lot of members here just hovering it, but KFF are the ones who are taking control of the pit so far. But I don't think Paragon will let this go, not for free, or?
It looks like a reset here from SnapX. There's too much vision, look at that. They're doing great job. A great job just setting up that vision, and now Edo teleporting to top side, not losing anything up there either. So once again, Fritzfall, good planning, good execution.
Oh.
Timatopper trying to get out as Kire shoots and flies away. But otherwise, that was a really good initial thought.
Yeah, well used of that ultimate from Timatopper. If he wouldn't ultimate there, it would be that, so 200 IQ gonna save his life this time, but the question is how far can he do it, because he's gonna be stuck in the mid lane against Kira on Camille. I don't know if you want that matchup.
I mean, learning by doing. Now Kira knows that Timatopper will be looking for that every single time he goes in with his ultimate. He will just be ready. Like, Kira goes for last. Timatopper's like, yeah, I'll ult him out. You will be able to get out. Arcane Shift, try to survive. So they have found a potential counterplay here for Kira now, and he will need to be more ready for it.
I'm looking at the goal diff between the AD carries. It's 1 assist and 20 minions. How is that 1,200 gold diff? Platings?
Yeah,
but they haven't got so many platings, right?
I think it's just oh, he has Cole. He has Cole.
Yes, a little bit extra gold. But yeah, I mean, 1,300 gold ahead right now on the Jinx. You should be happy with that. But at the same time, if they take the tower now, they're going to do a rotation. They're going to do a little bit of lane swap. They're probably going to end up in mid lane. And then last bet is going to happen.
Oh, flash coming in from Calm. Twisted advance into last. Trying to look for this damage. But Calm is stuck under the turret. It will take a lot of damage. It's a Uno reverse card coming out from England. Edo now looking for some damage. We'll get that damage out on Timatopper, but that's it. Kira wants this turret before he gets sleepy. And we'll get that. SnapX might still want this fight as he's moving around. Kira is doing a good job holding him off as Loffe and Edo is sieging mid lane.
So they engaged everything on the bot side from KFF, moving all of the Paragon's player down, taking tower top instead. Now they're going to go take 1 tower in mid lane. Might get this second charge in on T2 from Herald, and we're going to get that. So they took so much damage on just towers. It's so quick. All focus was bot side, top fall, mid fall, and now the second charge as well. Paragon needs to focus a little bit more on defending their objectives. At the same time, if they can get killed, they should go for it.
Loffe doesn't care at all. Moving around, he knows he's on vision. Still just doesn't care.
It's like he doesn't go in face to fight. This Phoenix stance, move in, and he knows that Leander's gonna burn him no matter what. Use his turtle stance, take no damage, run out, and do it again until you take this 5%, 5%, 5%. All of a sudden, it's only 50% left, and then you can go all in for them.
A lot of similarities, like we talked about with the junglers. Loffe now will reset, has 6 stocks on his Dark Seal and a Frozen Heart now. Snapbex is looking to be in a bad situation as Kira will join this fight. A lot of damage coming out from Loffe. Kira the one securing it. Now, Twisted Advance coming in for Calm, looking for Sack here. Has to invest the flash to get out. But right now, yeah, I think they could go for this. They just killed the jungler.
Yeah, and they have the damage for it as well, like the champions they have are the right. They're not taking Baron.
Oh, they're taking a lot of damage. They're really low right now. This is a bit of a gamble. They need to go for Kenjingwa, who has a lot of damage as well. Ido going down really low will be the first one to fall. Can they reset? Omni wants to take this fight. He looks comfortable. Jinx is still standing free. Can he do anything? He cannot. Team Atapa is going crazy. Loffe now will try to do his best in this situation. A second last wants to move in, doesn't have enough vision of him. Can he do anything? The sidesteps fancy feet from this Udyr. Last taking damage from minions. Minions are going crazy on last. Oh, he's just surviving that. That is one crazy fight.
I wasn't sure who was gonna win that fight. It's really messy here, but Timo Topper is gonna do so much damage without anyone even caring about him. Taking one kill there. Now next one is gonna be Calm. And after all, this is Tristana, you can't really disrespect it. Double kill there on Kira, the triple kill coming in here. So the last jump might have been a little bit too much. But otherwise than that, perfectly played. And now we're 4-1 in kills, and all of a sudden the gold lead is all 1900 in favor for Timo Topper in mid lane.
Still though, KTH, Fritzfall is still the ones in the lead when you look at gold, when you look at objectives. But that was something they really needed in Paragon to get the confidence to try to get back into this game.
Yeah, I think KFF should have just called it. Like, yeah, the call to start was great, but committing to it once you see all of them moving in, not the best choice they've done. Ooh. And Paragon, I mean, the decisions they're taking now, they're quick and they're correct.
Yeah, it was bold to go for the Baron though. Once again, they will go in as Snapbex is the first one to go down really low, will fall as well. Damage coming out from Loffe is absolutely insane as Last is trying to get him down together with Timo Topper. He will go down. There's an explosion coming out. Doesn't matter as Sack goes down. And it's 3 members just falling uncontested from the Swedes.
I said it before. It's going to be a calm game. Nothing's going to happen until the first big team fight. They do reset and they just run straight to each other. Not even fighting for Dragon or Baron, they're just fighting. But now we're gonna see the trade. Since we got 3 kills going over KFF, they're gonna choose the Baron with them, and Paragon is gonna send Last Bed down to take the Dragon just to get something back in this situation.
And Baron power play sponsored by Phoenix Blue going over to the Swedes.
Now that it gives you a lot of gold, you see it already, 1100.
Oh, Kiri coming in with the teleport here, alone against Timo Topper. He wants to get this Dragon, but
big regrets with that TP already. But you see now they're going to ping for mid lane. They have that Baron buff, the T2 tower in mid lane. It's already taking quite some damage. And they shouldn't do the old 1-3-1 or 2-1-2. They should stick to 2 lanes. Have someone mid, Omni works well, take that tower. After that you want to have this pressure in the mid lane, but the focus is actually on the side lane. And you see this big wave on the minimap on the bot side? That's where they should be. Get that wave with the Baron buff, force the tower down, because right now Paragon is going to move up with 4 players up for Kira, because Kira is playing Camille. Camille does a lot of damage to tower, so Paragon in not the situation they want to be at all, because right now they have 2 bad choices. We're going to go for top lane or we're going to go for bot lane. No matter what, we're going to lose this push.
Kira, potentially with great escape here, will fall asleep. Timo Topper and Snapbex wants to do as much damage as possible as Kira, who jumps up in the air, tries to get that burst out, cannot. And it's Timo Topper picking up that kill in top lane, keeping them alive.
Yeah, and at the same time, KFF now is going to move in on the bot side, taking that T2 tower. I mean, the 3 players is pushing with a full wave, with the cannon minion, with the Baron buff. It's an easy tower for them to pick. But now the question is it worth to give away a kill on the top side to the most fed player on Paragon? Or should we just not take a tower?
I mean, at the moment, I just feel like they have a snowball that they love, and there is nothing stopping it at the moment. Some bad decisions, of course. Luffy now looking for Timo Topper. Will not be able to find him as teleport is invested as well from Kenjingwa.
Are they going to commit to this though?
They have Snepex from the side with the flank. They need to turn, they need to go for the burst. Luffy needs to kill someone and has to do it quickly. Mega Death Rocket will be neglected, last getting hit. And that means 2 quick kills coming over to England.
And Paragon is answering straight away with those 2 kills. They're going to lose 1 player, but I mean 2 for 1 is always worth it. But right now we just see it's fight, it's reset, and they're fighting and it's reset. So, and it just feels like blue side's going to win 1 fight, and it's red side, red side, back and forth all the time. The team that wins 2 big team fights in a row is probably the team who's going to take the game.
Yeah. So this is not a game of League of Legends. This is a game of 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new thing.
Fun game.
All right. So Baron power play is gonna end now in 15 minutes. Can't really see all the gold we got so far, but I mean the gold lead 5,000, and it was before Baron 2.
Yeah.
Around. So they profited around 3,000 gold on this Baron buff. But there's no objectives for a little while for them to go for it. So right now it's a question, are we going to look for the push? They kind of need to, at least taking the minions, it doesn't deny themselves gold. But if they want to go for a push, if they want an inhibitor, what lane should be the first one for them?
I think if you want to go for an inhibitor, you always go for bot lane, because you want to combine super minions together with the Baron power play. That's the best way to go for it. And if enemy team has to respond in bot lane, that's as far away from Baron as you get. So I would go for bot lane.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. We have Dragon on 1 minute and 35 seconds. If the Dragon is down, bot is always good to have, because then the big focus is going to be for Baron across the map, and then you can put players with teleport, top laners, mid laners in this case, to just push it all the way. But otherwise, I think all of us who played League for a long time, we used to say mid lane is the first inhibitor you should take down, but that also means that the enemy team is going to stack in mid lane and have the quick rotation to the top side and bot side. It's better to take the side lanes, because once they need to rotate to defend that lane, you're going to have 40 seconds to push, maybe 30, 40 seconds to push for free. Mid lane, it's more 10 to 15 seconds, depending on what champion you have.
A lot of pressure now, as both teams are looking to get an advantage. Right now, KFF is the controllers of everything on the map. They can do basically anything they want. They should be able to move off vision in a more easy fashion than Paragon, because they have more structures down. As Calm now in a bit of a sticky situation as he gets initiated on. He's doing his best to stay alive for as long as possible. Will use his flash and get killed by Timo Topper, who moves fast, moves big, and gets a double kill. That's a good play, but they get him. That's a kill to Ido, getting executed by his ultimate. But it's a big play from Timo Topper. They're behind. They're looking for anything right now. And that double kill will slow down the tempo coming up from the Swedes.
Yeah, we saw it in the first series, and we can see it here that Tristana is a really strong champion at the moment. After that triple kill, taking full control of the game right now. So the team fight is might go in favor of Paragon pretty quick here. And as we see on the down left, Paragon on the Drake, as well as Luffy is just going to go up, take something from Paragon themselves, because he can't really commit to that Dragon. It's 2-3 in Dragons, Paragon got the 3-1, so soul point right now, and we might actually see a soul this game.
Yeah, we have a 3-item power spike Omniscient now on Jinx. 1/3 item Phantom Dancer. We'll be looking for potential... It's a Lord Dominic's. He doesn't need a Lord Dominic's, does he?
No. Well,
he could go for the Cyrilda's Grudge, I guess. Snepex now in a bad situation, as Kiri will be able to lock him down. Will pause for a little bit, as when he gets out, he will be faced by 3 members. Kenjingwa going for Omniscient at the same time, but Omni is actually doing pretty good alone against the Jinx. Double kill though, as Timitopper now goes in and picking up those kills. This Tristana is playing so well in this game. This Tristana is showing us exactly why we need to respect Paragon.
It for sure is, and Timitopper, they need to respect him as a player as well. 10-2 right now, 300 millions at 29 minutes. He's really strong. 4 items.
Yeah, Omniscient will be able... He needs to switch his aggro to last. Will not be able to do so as Timitopper is going crazy. Going for 1, going for 2, going for 3. Paragon cancels Baron and puts themselves in a better position than before.
It's just way too much damage for KFF to handle it. They need to have the start of the engage on him. If not, they're not going to do anything. We see in this situation, going to use this stopwatch to give Bayo some more time, get some health there from the support. But once Timitopper is coming in, just look at this damage with the basic attacks. Kirill looks like he's playing Soraka. like the HP, it's just disappearing. And we're not done yet. We get the double kill, so we're gonna jump in straight away because we want to fight more. That's how confidence he is in his playstyle and the damage he has.
I mean, Timitopper in this fight, picking up those kills alone and then just getting those resets, playing just perfectly together with Lasp. As a Paragon fan, you cannot expect more from these players.
You can always expect
more. I
mean,
Timitopper is playing A game right now. S-tier mid laner.
Yeah, for sure. He's carrying his team right now, but he wouldn't be there without his team, because if we look at all other members, they have 6, 5, 7, and 8 assists, even though they have no kills. It have just been Timitopper been the last player, the champion, that no one focused and got all of these kills, and now it's hard to get it to him. They have the Camille ultimate, Maokai as well, but it's still that lockdown only works since Tristana can jump no matter what.
I mean, gold lead is for KFF, but right now it just feels like the control is from Paragon. Using this Baron power play sponsored by Phoenix Blue to do that damage. And that's because of Timitopper.
Yeah.
Super Mega Death Rocket looking for long distance damage onto last. As ultimate now coming out from Calm. Will just hit Zac though.
They still poked Laspet down quite a bit. Zac's also low, but the initial engage there in this fight didn't hit as they wanted to, and then they can't really commit to it. So if we look over to the ultimates, we're missing Calm and Omniscient's ulti right now. Not the biggest world if Omniscient doesn't have his ultimate, but Calm missing his ultimate, if we're gonna win the team fight, it's gonna be rough.
Good damage coming out from Edo.
They don't want to commit to this.
They're playing really well long distance here. And Jingwa will also be able to stay alive, but right now long distance game is working for KFF as Lof is sending tornadoes everywhere, and Edo and Omniscient getting that extra damage from long distance.
Yeah, we put Kira on the side lane now, just pushing in that wave, getting some gold and experience from the minions. So I think that they didn't want to engage that fight fully, they just want to poke them out, buy Kira some time to get this push in. But if we look at the objectives, we're going to have a Baron in 3 minutes 50 seconds. The Dragon is spawning in 50 seconds only. And once again, it's a soul point going over to Paragons. If they get this Drake, it might be the thing that put them on the edge to win the game.
I thought it was really spicy, Kire. When they saw they were starting to siege, he went bot lane. He was like, yeah, you guys can probably wake flare and do this perfectly. So if I just shove bot lane, they need to respond in a couple of minutes, and that's exactly what happened. So KFF holding against the siege, very, very good.
We for sure do. 15 seconds to Dragon. We have both top laners on the top side. Teleports are ready for them both. And we have Timitopper on bot side. Easy rotation, no teleport available. Got the flash. So right now moving into this team fight. Timitopper got his flash up. Omniscient doesn't have anything at all. So this is, I would say this is in favor of Paragon.
Oh, Kenjingwa will be caught off guard in behind Dragon Pit as Kiri does a lot of damage. Will fall though. Timitopper must be the target for Fritzfallen. He's not, and that means a lot of damage will get out. Belafe is doing a lot of damage as well, but Timitopper joining the fight once again, and this Tristana is just doing too much damage to KFF, and the only one standing is Edo.
And that's what I talked about. You could see here when Timitopper jumped in, he got the Camille ulti on him. We had Calm going with the root. still not enough CC or damage to get this kill with them. Instead, Timotopper is going to be, alright, you used all your CC, now it's my time to damage. And they win the fight.
Yeah, we got 20-second cooldowns all over the board. 2 members fell from Paragon, so it's only 3 of them shoving, but one of them is this Timotopper, everyone. He does a lot of damage to turrets and inhibitors.
I don't think they will finish this game right
No, they can't finish. They can't finish.
No, they're missing two players with them, but the goal lead is now in their favor, 3,000 gold ahead, and we're gonna see this fight. Just look here at Timotopper. KFF doesn't really commit fully to this. There we have the Camille ultimate, gets out of it. Calm is gonna use his CC, but the rest need to fight the other ones. He's just all up over their face, and that means Timotopper, who is really fed, is just gonna stand there, do all the damage he wants to do without anyone even looking at him.
I mean, this is the Timotopper show, I guess.
I think Tristana's going to be banned next year. Just like the first semi, like, no, we don't need to ban Tristana. Plays the games like, yeah, she needs to be banned now.
Crazy champion. Right now, 13-2-6 on this Tristana. 350 farm in 35 minutes. He's just enjoying himself. He's having a good time.
Yeah, doesn't need any gold at all right now, leaving all of the gold to his teammate. Except that we see on top side need to deep-push that, because soon it's going to be a Baron. And there is the Baron soon, people are going to get the wards up, and that's where a fight might potentially break out. So, right move by him, get top out of the way, wait for your team to get vision now. You want to join them, do the big team fight once again. And I think he does it so well, and his team as well, just covering for him. He's always using his jump right.
Ooh. Good damage coming out on Ido as Kentinho wants to go for this kill. Sonyas will be procced, then ultimate coming from the side from Calm. Omni is in a good situation to good. That will be a Jinx getting excited, but they need to lock down Timotopper, otherwise they cannot go for this fight.
Now, if Timotopper is still alive, they can't really be the engaging team. Here we have it, they didn't engage themselves, they got engaged on and turned that around, but even in those situations like we have right now, they're 4 against 3, they can't go in for it because Timotopper is just too strong for them. If Timotopper gets all of his spells off on one player, Omniscient or Calm, all of a sudden it's a 2v2, and that's KFF's not going to win a 2v2 against Timotopper.
So many items right now active for every single player. We're moving into the later stages of the game. We have an Ocean Soul available for Paragon. Next fight will be Baron. And the first one to be there is Timotopper, who's just roaming around looking for yet another victim, and this time it will be Calm, who will be taken down to 50% HP.
It's not a kill, but it's not far away, and now Baron's going to be the target here for Paragon. All players are there to teleport.
Baron is already dead. And Lofe will be the one who's tanking everything. Omniscient standing in a good situation. Timotopper needs to get into this fight, and he needs to do so now, otherwise Fritzball is looking really good here. It's a 1-for-1, but Baron power play sponsored by Phoenix Blue will go to Paragon.
And we see now it's 4 against 4. We lost the support over from Paragon, and we lost Lofe from KFF. So big advantage right now for Paragon. If they want to push this, it would be possible for them. We just need to be ready to commit to this 4v4 fight. If not, they're just going to give so much time to KFF to get back into this game. It looks like they're going to do it. So might see a reset, but I think after this reset, they should just go straight back in, try to finish the game. You want to destroy Nexus.
I mean, we have an Elder spawning in 1 minute 40 seconds. This game is absolutely insane. KFF were in a situation where it looked like they were about to win this. Then Paragon just slowed everything down, and somehow this mid laner, Timotopper, got activated. And right now we're back to a situation where we have absolutely no advantage except for Baron power play for Paragon.
Yeah, we have Elder Drake in 1 minute, so that should be the next and maybe even final team fight. Because whatever team get that, they're gonna win. Like, because they're gonna force a fight, and right now it's, even though we can see Paragon is moving away with the gold now, 3,000 gold lead. 3,000 gold lead when both teams are close to 75,000 in total. It's not a big deal.
Sieging through mid lane now. All 5 members from Paragon is showing up as it's 40 seconds now until Elder. Protecting bot side, getting that vision, getting that control, making it difficult for KFF to move anywhere near this objective.
Yeah, the objective is going to be up here in 30 seconds. There's no wards from KFF at all. Paragon, on the other hand, has gotten some deep wards here, so you could see if KFF want to move in pretty early. But they don't have these wards just around the corner on the pit, so if they're going to force a fight, it should be right now. Kirby is not there.
Loffe is being spicy here, trying to get some poke. Taking a lot of damage, down to 50% HP, as Ken Jingwa has to jump out, and Omnisend looking for a kill, getting that. Now they can look, they have an excited Jinx, they need to go for this, they will as well as Kira goes in the backline, gets Ken Jingwa. Snepex will be the next one to fall. Fritzfall needs to go for Timotopper. Timotopper needs to go down, KCC coming out. Has Guardian Angel, has Last. Can they do it? Once again for the team, doing damage, not enough. And now they need to go for Last. Last going crazy, looking for Loffe, cannot get it. And it's 2 versus 1. Elder has spawned. Edo is ready. Needs to hit that fear. Will not do so as Loffe is joining the fight once again. Will take too much damage. Will he? No, he will not. And damage from Edo now. Looking for Last. Needs to flash. It's a perfect play from Edo. Absolutely insane.
What are they doing? Why are they still fighting that? All right, but the ace is going to come out here for KFF, and it's the first time they win a team fight in a while. They should be able to move over to the Elder Drake. No one else other than Zac is going to spawn for a while here from Paragon. Is Kenjugo up, but the TP is not really there yet.
Yeah, and also they want to wait a couple extra seconds. They need Elder and Omni and on Com and on Kirei. There's 12 seconds left
Zac
on
there.
Omni.
They need to take it.
Okay, they need to take it. They
Now
just
it's
need to
time to
take it
run.
and get out. Zac trying to do as much
They're
damage. They have
forcing it.
Elder. They have Elder. They can go for this fight. They can kill Zac immediately if they want.
Second
But
TP
Teleport
coming in.
is invested now. Loffe looking for damage here on Ken Jingwa, who wants to get fight as Edo kills Zac. Super Mega Death Rocket going in. It's a perfect fear coming up from Edo. He needs to stay alive here. He's one of the most important members. Tima Topper is dead! Tima Topper is dead! And Ken Jingwa is dead as well! It's an overstep from Paragon, who has to run away. Flash coming up from Loffe looking for Steppix as well. They have so much damage. They're finding everything. They're getting 4 members. Last is the only one standing, and it looks like KFF might be able to close this out.
2 versus 4, and they're kiting it so well. The CC coming out from Edo is the big game changer for it, but right now we might have a game going over to KFF. All of a sudden I was expecting Paragon to take this game actually.
Yeah, 3 members now pushing bot lane. Calm will be joining. Wants to have a brofist with his friends. Nobody is acknowledging that. Gets to brofist himself. 4 members now pushing. Looking for game 1, everyone. Can they do it? It looks like they're going for the last kill as well. Going for the towers. Looking for the Nexus. And it's Sweden coming out clutch game 1.
Oh, KFF took the lead early in this game. Paragon moves in mid-game into late game, does everything right, but all of a sudden that 2 versus 4 was not expected for, and that could also be the thing that Paragon expected. All right, we're gonna be 4 against 2, we don't have to commit full, we're gonna get the kills anyways. But then CC hits, Timotopper couldn't commit to it, and the damage together with the Eldrick was just too much for them.
I mean, I gotta take some deep breaths now. That was some intense League of Legends that we watched. Both teams had all the opportunity in the world to close this out, but in the end, it's KFF taking it home. But Paragon, wow, they make it exciting into the end. But like we said, Elder Drake will be the nail in the chest, and it is KFF picking that up, and the last fight as well.
Yeah, so we talked about it before. We are expecting a game 3 coming out of this series, and after this first game, it actually looks like it's very possible.
KFF, big congrats. I mean, I need a break, you need a break, they need a break. We're gonna go to break, and when we come back, it's time for game 2 in this second semifinals. I mean, we'll be right back. Hi everybody and welcome back to Nexus Collegiate Season 2. My name is Leaper. I'm here together with Pide, and we're right now in the middle of semifinals number 2, where we just had I would call that a banger of a game.
Yeah, I think there's many words to describe that game, but I was so sure for like the first 20 minutes that it was KFF was going to take the game. Then all of a sudden Paragon started taking team fight after team fight. And they took the lead and hold it for 10 minutes, but all of a sudden, it just got so messy around Elder Drake, and once Elder Drake was down, KFS managed to get that ace and then go for the finish.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. We went all the way to Elder, and that's when we actually got to determine who won game 1. And in the end, it's KTH FF. Earlier, we saw B2 Int UU take home 2 straight games against NTNUI. And moving on to the finals, and the winners of this best of 3 against Paragon will, of course, determine who faces off against Uppsala University.
I can't even predict this game, to be honest.
Nah.
The first one, I could still see a little bit of, oh, maybe this team. But now, after they showed the first game, I'm really not sure. This could go anyway. Either way, we're going to have the game 3, or we're going to see it Sweden versus Sweden in the finals.
Would be spicy as we move on to picks and bans, everyone. Paragon to your left, KTHFF to your right. Sweden versus England. Let's get it started.
All right, so the ban so far is the same, if I'm not wrong. Paragon moving on with this 80 carries. Not gonna ban the first 80 carry ban, gonna get swapped with Udyr instead. So Lucian's gonna be open for this game and over for KTHFF. We're gonna get the bans over for Joan and Talia, as well as that Tristana in the mid lane, which leaves Skarner open. And we said if Skarner is not banned, he's gonna get first picked, and that's exactly what we see here from Paragon.
Yeah, so Skarner picked for the first time in this playoffs. And it's looking like a hover jinx here from KTHFF. Omni going crazy on that champion last game. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't lock it in this game as well.
No, for sure not. They played really well around it. And it's a comfort champion. It's one of the most picked 80 carries right now in competitive gaming when you touch League of Legends. So, all right, Loffe, who are you going to pick for? You're going to pick for Ido again? We might see that way coming out. Paragon, how are we going to answer to this? You have a new champion on your team, and when you look over at your opponent, they have exactly the same picks as the last game.
Yeah, Timotopper was the name of the game in game 1. Let's see what he wants to go for here in game 2, as we have a Corki hover for the first time in this playoffs, and it's going to be locked in. And that could be both mid and ADC, but I think it's going to be ADC.
So the thing is, for mid lane where we have a Timotopper, Corki is the most played champion this season. If we look over to the AD carry, what's last bit, it's his second most picked AD carry.
Oh.
So it could go anywhere. But now, since we have AD and true damage through Corki in mid lane, we're going to get Lilia picked for Paragon. And if you just look over to Paragon's picks right now, it's really like, all right, there's 2 of the strongest champion mid lane. Corki is one of them. Skarner is one of 2 strongest top laners.
But
I don't think they will cook that
they're
hard with
they're
the
gonna
Cade.
go. Oh, okay. They went for Xante. I was just about to say, and I'm not gonna reveal that because then it will be banned out. So let's wait until they ban out, and then I will start speculating. But Xante will be the last one. So Jinx, Wei, Xante for FF, and Skarner, Corki, and Lilia in the first pick stage here for Paragon. Going into second ban phase now. They have the opportunity to ban out additionally 4 champions, 2 each. And support and jungle open for KTH, FF, and support and potentially mid or ADC for Paragon.
Yeah, we'll see how these last bans coming out here, but Nautilus gonna get banned, and it's actually KTH FF who's banning it out. I thought they wanted to target the Nautilus to get him with the team. Now Paragon, Belvet ban.
Oh, a Belvet ban? That's interesting.
All right. It feels like that's a champion that's outside the top 3, you know.
Yeah.
All of the players over in KFF have like 3 to 4 champion that they're really good with, and it's very rarely that we see them take another champion unless they're really forced to it. Velvet.
Oh, a Leona coming out. I mean, I could almost predict this last champion, and if they don't ban it out, we 100% are gonna see this champion.
All right.
I can tell you right now.
You can say it after it's picked.
I'm gonna say it after it's banned. Okay.
But what if you give info for next game?
But I'm not.
All right.
Because yeah, they're gonna pick Evelyn.
Oh yeah, you meant.
Yeah. They're gonna pick Evelyn. 100% to picking Evelyn.
Evelyn or J4?
No, they're picking Evelyn or Ivern, because I know Loffe loves to play Ivern as well.
But Loffe isn't really that support. He needs to be one of the carry roles.
But I like Ivern is not impossible as well. But I think it's gonna be Evelyn.
If he picks K6 here, it's probably...
What?
All right. We casted plenty of games with the KFF.
That's actually spicy.
I don't think I've seen K6. Maybe once.
If they pick Smolder, can I say han kallar på sin mamma in Swedish?
No.
Or okay, yeah. Because I really want to do that.
I know, that's why you're not allowed to, because then we will hear it 24 times a minute. But Braum getting hovered here for Paragon. We saw what he did earlier today. Really strong champion with the passive coming out, and now we only have the AD carry or the mid lane getting picked, since Corki is a flex between their Timo Topper in mid lane and last bit on the AD carry. They both can play him. What do you expect? Corki is mid or AD carry?
I think it's Corki AD carry.
I think it's Corki mid. Let's wait and see. But last pick is going to go over to KFF after this, so they have the last counter pick.
We still don't know anything.
We still don't
know anything. You can go Smolder mid if you want to. The Calm looks really happy as he's about to pick his champion. And no. Don't. No. Yeah, we get it, but don't pick that champion, please. Yeah, okay. Zillion is a bit more acceptable, I would say, but I know you like cats, bro, but don't pick one. Okay, Emilio coming out. I mean, I respect that.
So right now, they really put up their team with KFF that they want to scale on Omniscient this game.
Yeah.
They really want to scale on the bot side, and now we see last bet is going to take Smolder, so they also want to have that heavy scaling on the bot side. So it's basically going to be Lilia versus K6 fighting for those ganks on bot lane.
I mean, I'm still a bit thrown off by the fact that Loffe will be playing Kha'Zix in this game, as he had Evelyn open. I also know he loves to play Ivern, but I'm just thrilled to see him play what's, at least to me, a new champion on stream. Like, maybe he played it in the splits. I don't know. Maybe he played it in some tournaments or something, but I have not, what I can remember, witnessed him play Kha'Zix jungle. So, I mean, I'm all for it.
We'll ask him after this game.
Yeah, well, we can ask him.
I can't really remember a K6. There's one, but I'm not sure if it was Loffe. I don't think it was.
It's always Slice, bro. It's always Slice.
But he didn't play in early.
No, I know, but like, it's always Slice all the ways, you know?
All right, but what are your expectations now that we have seen the champions that are picked? Is there something that you want to point out, like, don't understand this pick, or this pick is really good?
There's a lot of things I don't understand at the moment.
I know.
More than I'm obliged to tell the public, but let's just say I know everything, and everything's going to be fine.
Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
For who?
For everyone.
The viewers.
Yeah, the viewers.
The viewers.
You guys.
It's going to be a good game.
Puss.
All right, so soon into the game, do we expect an Elder this game? Because was the first Soul we could see today? Is the first Elder we've seen today? I think we were on 3rd Baron.
Yeah.
3 Barons
Yeah,
down.
we had 3 Baron power plays. We were going for number 4, but Elder determined the first game for us. Didn't have to go that far, as we're about to moving here to game 2 right now. FF leading 1-0 as they start to roam the Summoner's Rift for the second game in this series. And Paragon has to win this one, otherwise it will be an all-Swedish final here in Nexus Collegiate Season 2. If they win, though, forcing out Game 3 and more amazing League of Legends for us to watch.
There we go. Now the game is easier for us to see as well. But here we have one of the new standard top matchups. It is K'Sante versus Skarner. It's always...
It's obviously going to be a banger. I mean...
Oh, they already have the gold lead.
Yeah. Amazing.
All right, no invade this game either. We're just going to do the 5-point defense for them, just holding every entry into their own jungle. We can see KFF is going to ping here that they got the ward down, so they might see him when he starts the Raptors. And we talked about last game. The information on the junglers are keys to the early game. First, we saw Loffe did a reset on a ward, came back, and Paragon knew exactly where he was. They could like count down like next 5 minutes. This is his jungle pathing.
Ido once again on his way as Timo Topper actually sidesteps that and will do a lot of damage to Ido. That's Timmy Topper is just feeling himself today.
But I like that move. Instead of panicking and going backward, trying to dodge it, he saw that, all right, if I just continue walking after him, I will dodge it. So very well played there and got a lot of damage off it.
I don't think this man knows how to back, honestly. He's just doing his thing, and it's working.
So far, it's been working really good for him on a personal level, but they lost the first game. Do we still want to focus for Timmy Topper here? Is the question I ask Paragon, since they have a Smolder on bot side. You want Smolder to scale. Of course, you want him to stack up, but the ganks, should it be more focused on the mid lane still?
Yeah, I think so. If I was Snapix, I would just give full attention to Timmy Topper. He showed in game 1 he is here to win. He is determined to be that one carry that they need. He put on a cape and he went here to be the superhero for England. And if Snapix wants to activate that, I think he should.
He for sure should take that moment to do that. Now we look a little bit at the junglers as they're moving up to the second half of the map. I always want to see this. One rotation, you try to get a gank, but if we look at top side, K'Sante and Skarner, it's not even worth trying. Not yet, at least. And a little cheeky reset here of Kenji Gua. Does he have enough gold to buy tier? Should be the one he goes for to get that stack going and just continue throwing Qs, but it doesn't look like it doesn't buy anything. One potion?
It's a bit delayed.
Delayed. There we have it here.
Yeah.
Because that's how we want to play top lane. It's really boring. I played top lane for a while, but Scar just throws rocks at you over and over again. So to have this reset for a tier really early is it's a banger for him. It's not as well for Kira. But yeah, I think we're going to see just poke lane on the top side. I don't K'Sante or Kira. It will take a while before you have enough damage on him to actually do the 1v1. Oh, they're committing to it.
Trying to look for Omnis, but Calm is there, kicking a football in his face, so he has to get back and not get anything with him in that situation. I mean, they're being creative. They're doing whatever the kit allows them to do.
Yeah, now we have vision on both junglers. The teams know what's going on. We have the dragon in the lead for 1 minute, 51 seconds to go, and this is when you want to get all that ward and vision down so you know what's going on once it's spawned, because last game we saw KFF, the second the Drake spawned, they were there, and we might see it this game as well.
Good job in the early game from both teams. Not like just like last game, being passive is just working really good for them, considering how close it was. So I get a bit thrilled not seeing a like obvious contender for the win already in the early game. I just want to see whatever they have to deliver, and I want to see 100% from both teams.
Yeah, but there's so much scaling from almost all of these champions, but majority of them is you don't really start to play the game until after 20 minutes. You need these almost three items before you can start go all in. Especially here for last bit of Smolder, that's more of the stacks that you're looking for. But we have Omniscient on Jinx, K'Sante needs those three items to still be tanky and do damage. Same thing goes for Skarner. And if we look at Corki, sure, you have damage all the time, but as soon as you hit your power spike at 2-3 items, it goes from doing 100 AD damage to 2000 true damage. I think we will just wait for that.
We will find out. Dragon has spawned now, and it looks like FF will be the ones to initiate. No interest so far by Snapix. We'll probably just go for grubs, and once again, shake hands, get one neutral each.
That's just how it is. That's how we play competitive League of Legends nowadays. I don't understand why, though.
It's just a set pattern, I guess.
In the lower ranks, you can get all of them.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, as we talked about, this is most likely going to be a pretty slow game. And it's always like this when you're at the playoff, no matter what tournament or league it is, nobody wants to be the first one to die. As soon as someone died, well, it's like the floodgates open, all the kills just coming through.
Question is, though, last game, Paragon, Timmy Topper was the big carry who kept them in the game and at some points actually looked like they were going to win the game. Can he had the same kind of impact as a Corki as he did with a Tristana?
I think he will have the same impact, but not to the degree of 1 versus 9, because that was after that triple kill, he could just go in and do whatever he wants. But skill-wise, really talented. You can just see how he's farming, how he's trading in the mid lane, and he's playing a Corkis. No matter what, later into the game, he's going to be really strong. The question is just, will he be as strong as he was in the last one? Because that triple kill just started everything for him.
And if Topper cannot step up the way he did in game 1, who do you think will have to fill that space, fill that void for Paragon?
It's gonna be last, but I mean, Smolder, you need to be the big carry on the late game, and if we just get last bed on Smolder to the late game where he can start doing tons of damage, then you have a Skarner in the front, you have a Lilia with ultimate, and you have a Braum.
Oh, they're looking for Calm. Will not get the passive from Zac, but a lot of poke coming out from last. And this is just the beginning. With every minute of this game, this Smolder will do more and more damage. Just hit level 6 as well.
So the ultimates are out on almost every single champion right now. The only one we're missing for is Zac. Omni got it, and Calm just got it. So this is the second stage of the game. The ultimates are into play. The items is this next one, and that's from where we usually see the first blood coming out and trading. So far, we're just farming, and if we look at the goal,
that's pretty good actually from SnapX. Topper, do you have enough damage to close it out? You do not, but that's one way to gank.
Yeah, it's one way to force Ido out of lane as well. That you don't have the kill, but now Ido is in a position. Either I do a reset, I miss the whole wave, or I stay to try to get this wave and then do a reset, but then you also take the risk of giving away a kill.
I thought that was really creative from SnapX. I mean, he just put the ball, went farming. Topper was like, oh, yo, you hit him. Just ult. Okay. And then they took him down to low HP.
Yeah. Now I think Ido just want to get this wave out, doesn't want to meet the cannon, and once that's out, he should do a reset.
Ooh, Omni has to flash, has to cleanse, has to move out, as Calm now will be the next target as Zac uses his ultimate. Stack once again, going down very, very low here. Paragon looking spicy in bot lane. No Omni, feeling himself, using Super Mega Death Rocket, blocked by Zac. Both bot lanes showing up.
Keep a short view, and there's the other ultimate coming out, but doesn't hit anyone at all. I actually want Calm and Omni go for this. Last bit has no mana.
I was so
sure it's a wave to tank. Not a great idea, but I said focus on bot side. That's where everything's gonna happen. Maybe not now in the early game, but as soon as we hit late game, it's gonna be AD carry versus AD carry. Who can carry their team?
Yeah, I mean, Omniscient last game showed that he knows how to step up to the plate. Last did it as well on Ezreal together with Topper in a lot of those plays, but we have a new champion on Last, we have a new champion on Topper, and the question is, can they deliver like they did in game 1?
Oh, Loffen should get this kill.
No flash, but oh my god!
He didn't take that risk at all, just flashing in, securing that kill. Because if he didn't, sure, we know that Last doesn't have the flash available, they should also know it, but there's always something in the back of your mind, like you find some possibility that like he can escape. Let's just flash, get that kill, and Loffe once again getting first blood in this game.
That was kind of scary, honestly. I don't like bugs, but I mean, that's next level bugs, you know?
And it's a champion with, in the champ select we mentioned that we haven't seen him play this champion before that we remember, and we've seen a lot of games with him. So getting that first blood is still something that I feel like, all right, he knows what he's doing. We don't have to be worried. But then again, the focus should be on bot side, and the gank was perfectly timed for them. Right now, Omniscient is also pulling away in the minion, over 20 minion in the lead, and have the wave, so it's going to be even further away for them. And now we can see SnapX down to the left is going to take those grubs, which means no one else. Yeah, 5 grubs, they're going to get 6 grubs this game, and KFF's going to get 2 dragons, so the possibility for an Eldrake is even higher right now. But 6 grubs for Paragon is going to help them quite a lot once we hit the stage where they need to do the split pushing.
Teleport from Kenjingwa on the flank here. We'll be looking for Omni or Calm. Difficult though as they get suppressed, both of them. A lot of damage coming out from Paragon, looking for all these players. 3 members already down. Ido looking to be the next target here. Good fear coming out. Snapback together with Zack, still looking for the damage. Ido, can you do anything at all? Wants to look for the kill on Zack, and that will cost him his life. That's 4 members down, and the Dragon.
Yeah, and I have to give it to Kenji Gua from top side. That's teleport in double CC, hitting the ultimate, just handing kills to their own AD carry. Omniscient and Calm couldn't do anything in that situation. The rest of KFF, well, that Dragon should have been yours, but the commitment from Paragon was just too much for them to handle. So first blood went to KFF, but now 4-1 in kills, and the gold lead is going over to Paragon.
I really don't think they were ready for that. Kirei didn't even invest his teleport. They did not expect Kenjingwa to go for the flank to support his team in the way that he did. It's just really well played.
Yeah, and we can still see the ward that Melio is at the moment. It's taking down. That's the ward they teleported to. No one saw the teleport coming in because they were fully focused on fighting on a pit. That's why he could go from the blind side without anyone knowing.
And dangerous, of course. Garner can walk through walls. And also getting that double suppression on Omniscient and Calm. Calm actually using his ultimate a little bit too early in that fight. But as soon as he's suppressed, he cannot press his ultimate. So it doesn't really matter if it's a double suppression. They will both be drawn into the abyss and get killed. Yeah,
there ain't much to do in that situation. And we might even see it more times this game. But at the moment, after that big fight, the big gold lead is, as we said before, to Paragon. And the player who has the biggest lead, it is Timatop. Might look for something else here. It feels like bot side is really just back and forth. It is Zack hitting his passive, they go in trade, the passive disappears, and then it's time for FF.
I mean, right now, item advantage, of course, for Last, as he's finished his Essence Reaver. Lofe wants to join this fight, summoning his mother, going for Omni. They need to commit for this. They're trying their best. Doesn't matter. There's enough shields for days. Zack trying to get away. Will not do so, as Lofe picks up a second kill for himself this game. And that's a good play coming out here from KTH FF.
Yeah, it's really well played. The teleport might have been too much, but again, they're playing it safe with those kills now. They're back in the game. It's only 700 gold lead over to the Paragon. It looks good for them. It's 4 and 3 in kills. The question is, who got all of those kills? Lofe got 1. Calm got the second one.
Perfect.
I don't know. I wanted the second kill to be left for Omniscient in this situation.
I mean, look at this. All the shields coming out from Calm
and
here.
Heals. It's so much. And the TP coming in, just to be sure. But here, Luff is going to secure that kill. Omniscient might have been better off with it. But as I said, Luffy is the jungler for KFF. That's like, I will take the first 3 kills. And from there, I would feel you all.
Yeah, it's like it happens every single time. We saw with Yuder last game, he just got some kills. I think he got like 3 kills in the early stages, took over, made it easy for his team to play the game. Now he's 2 and 1 and has those extra resources, has a Profane Hydra to be able to execute those kills, going for the squishy members like Timatopper, Last, and SnapX. If he can get a kill really fast, I mean, it's a fast 5 versus 4, and all of a sudden Omniscient can just reset, get those kills.
Yeah, I want to Lofe to focus a little bit on mid. Timatopper, sure, he still has a jump on the champion he's playing this game, but the gold lead is pulling away once again, and it's 1600 in advantage over for Timatopper against Ido. Do you think they know that the gold lead is so big mid lane? Or do they just like, oh yeah, they got a lead, but 1700, we're closing in on an item.
I mean, when they're looking at the items, they can probably suspect it, but I don't think that's something they try to think about. They're just playing their game, looking for the next move, the next counter move, to be able to stay in the game and to be able to utilize as good as possible.
Yeah, and you should just keep Iro on the mid lane, just keep pushing it out with that wave clear that he got now when he has his item and boots. Then we have the possibility to clean the wave in just a few spells, because we see the tower in mid lane doesn't have too much HP. And if we get first tower to Timatopper as well, well, the gold lead might be a little bit too big for Ido to handle.
Yeah, Timatopper once again doing a good job here. Haven't gotten that much attention from his jungler, doing okay anyway, because it just feels like junglers doesn't really care about mid lane. It's just top lane, bot lane, that's all we care about.
Junglers don't care about top laners.
Well, they do.
In this game, a bit, but here Omniscient, Calm, have you
getting
got your
drowsy.
ultimate? Yeah.
But very easy for Calm. As long as Calm don't get hit, they're good. Like, all the time.
And he has his cleanse. We have Calm's ultimate. So even if he's hit, he needs to be hit like 2 times in a chain
Laufey
CC.
is in a really bad. He has stealth, he has jumps. Maybe he can get out. Double teleport combination as well. Laufey trying to move out. Zac will invest his ultimate to try to get Calm down. Will not be able to do so as Laufey is getting slippery. And that means that Kiri together with Omniscient can look for kills in bot lane instead. They will be sandwiched now, though.
They need to get out, though.
They need to get out. This will be difficult for them to handle as Calm is doing his best and Kiri pulling him over the wall to put himself in a better situation. Doesn't matter. 3 members now from Paragon will be able to get this. Ido has to flash away from suppression as Ken Jingwa is being aggressive. I think Omniscient is trying to heal up, potentially go for a second fight here, but Paragon getting Dragon, getting the fight.
Yeah, they're trying to push out the bot side, but now once they push it out half a wave, nice try, but it's not enough. Now they just need to play a little bit passive on the bot side, taking it easy, because you never know where they're going to move after the Dragon. But 5-3 in kills advantage over to Paragon, and here we have the fight again. If we look on the top left, they're just going to go for Luffy. Luffy's going to get away from this situation, though. But at the same time, we see Kira and Omni a bit too deep down here. Just 2 versus 4. With Calm there, there's 3 versus 5. But Kira, he knows, like, we are going to go down. I'm going to use my ultimate, pull one of them away at least so the rest of you can get out. And here we have it, and the Dragon is going to go over to Paragon as well.
I mean, the strength of Fritfall is usually they have really good synergy in this fight. Calm and Omni get split up. They need to play together because Omniscient is so vulnerable without Calm. So, well done to Paragon, splitting that fight in 3 different spots, like making it easy. Oh, hey! Well done.
We got 1 hit at least.
Yeah, that was nice.
But second one missed out. Oh, hey! We got it!
Amazing.
All right, so the Herald's going to do work this game as well. Just in the last one, Herald was dropped mid, took the T1, got a second charge in T2, and this opens up the map a lot for them because now they need the rotation from KFF once they want to go through mid. The possibility of them being warded or anything is pretty high right now.
Yeah, Timo Topper, still the man of the hour. Now 2,200 ahead of Ido. And we did ask ourselves, can he have the same impact on a Corki as he did on a Tristana?
So far, so good. Haven't got any triple kill yet.
No, that's true.
He has gold lead, the kill lead, the minion lead,
Almost
tower lead, plating lead.
Almost Infinity Edge.
It is an Infinity Edge.
Oh, they finished. Oh, but there's a little bit of delay. Like, I only saw the 3 items.
There was like,
when I looked, it wasn't an Infinite Edge.
All right,
also commitment, actually, from...
what?
I mean, he just wanted to show that he could.
Yeah. You want to show I have no CD on my spell, so I'm going to use it. So now I have CD on it.
Exactly, yeah.
But as you mentioned, second item is going to be the Infinity Edge going over for Timo Topper, who's just straight up the carry last game. Didn't manage to carry to win, but carried them for like 25 minutes. And this game so far, it looks the same. 1 out of 2 players in his team that has a gold lead against their laner. And it's 2,100 gold in advantage. The rest of the lanes is going over to KFF. So I think they expect a lot from their mid laner right now.
I honestly don't know what to expect. This game is so close at the moment. But we saw at least Herald going for Paragon, getting that extra gold. They have like 1k ahead, but the gold is basically nothing from both sides. I guess if we look at where the gold actually is placed, it's the Timo Topper that makes the big difference here. They're looking for something mid lane, but I think they're overcommitting a little bit. It looks like Zac and Lat are not interested at all to go for a fight.
No, they shouldn't at all right now. Just continue farming. You're playing a small, like no matter what, you're gonna get back into this game and have big potential of being the carry. There we see a little bit from lane to lane. There's no one. All right, Kiri is almost 1,400 gold in the pocket, as well as Ido has almost 1,700. So the resets coming out now from KFF should make a big difference for them in the next team fight.
I think he's gonna pick up Yaksho. And that will make Kire the monster they need in front line.
Yeah, Kerry's gonna needs to be able to tank a lot this game.
Yeah, he's the only one who can do it. Same thing for Kenjingwa.
And there you have it, Shoji.
There we go. That's a lot of tankiness coming out for the top laner in KFF. Siege, though, coming out from Paragon. Those 6 grubs that we mentioned earlier. As soon as KFF give Paragon the opportunity to push, they will be able to take down a turret.
Yeah, and we just saw it on the bot side, but now next up is the Dragon. It's an Infernal Drake spawning in 28 seconds, and right now it's 2 Dragons for
Flash
Paragon.
coming out from Stack, looking for Lafe, who will stealth and try to be as slippery as possible. Will get out as well. Last now in a bad situation as Lafe stepping up. Good damage coming out from Smolder. Lafe needs to get this kill now, and it's Omniscient helping him, and then he's excited doing extra damage. Kire looking tanky, looking good. They need to hit some kind of CC if they want to get some kind of follow-up here. But they will settle for Dragon. And Snepix will accept that the Swedes will pick up their second Dragon of the game.
Yeah, it's the right moment here for KFF to get that pick off. And with this, they're going to have their second Drake. So 2-2 in Dragons right now. The gold is pretty even. Paragon is still in the lead. But we got a kill on Omni. We haven't got a kill on him so far, so first kill for him. And we're talking about him being the big carry for late game. Feed him fast.
Yeah, if you make Calm sleep, which you cannot, staying alive. Kenjingwa going in deep, looking for some suppressions. Will try to get that as Omniscient has a really good placement. He's playing really well now. Stepping's doing damage in the backline, trying his best to get them down. Comp should be able to shield himself up, do that as well, as Omni will not be able to. And and Snapbacks is going crazy. Super Mega Death Rocket will not hit. Kire looking for this kill as well. He's standing on a blast cone.
No
great
way!
Escape. The great escape.
Snapbacks is not done yet.
Oh, yeah, he's looking.
Baiting him.
He has more members of his team here on the other side as Kire now putting himself in a bad situation. Snapbacks is doing everything for his team now. Looking really good. Kire, can you do anything against this Lilia? Being spicy back will be an advantage, but you will not, as Snapbacks picks up a 3rd kill in that fight.
And once again, both of these teams are just fighting on the enemy's mistake. And this time was KFF who was in line for it, and Paragon is going to pick 4 kills with them. Take a gold lead on almost 3,000. And if we look over to the individual gold, it is the mid lane and the junglers right now, Snepex and Timatopper, who pulled away with this gold, who is the big carries for them. And they still have a Smolder just waiting to hit that spike.
I mean, Snepex 10 stacks Dark Seal at the moment. Will be able to put Medjais to stack up additionally. This Lilia is looking really, really scary. Initially, it looked like KFF was going to win that fight, but Paragon once again showing us exactly how to play League of Legends. Showing up greatly, and it's always these individual performances. It doesn't necessarily have to be as a team, but as soon as one person in their team gets put in a situation where there's a little chance to make something remarkable happen, they do it.
Yeah, and it felt like Omni should have gotten more kills in that team fight. They didn't get any kill at all, because I think that's what KFF is lacking right now, that Omni hasn't really got so many kills. Great farm, 255 on 25 minutes. But a few more kills would put him in a spot where he would have his 3rd item right now and would be the carry.
I mean, he needs to get that Infinite Edge. He needs to do that extra damage. He needs to get really, really strong in this game. Yeah, Calm actually gets hit by that.
Yeah, but they can't really commit to it when it's so far away. There, the 6 grubs is going to spawn some and take a top towers. Right now, we have Paragon opened up the map. It's all T1 is down. T2 tower in the mid lane is also gone, so right now they could just live in KFF's jungle without even having any problems with it.
And to just get everybody in the same situation of knowing that KFF does not have vision of Baron right now. The only vision they got was Lafe. He W'd over the wall to try to spot out if they're actually taking it or not. So they're really struggling down up there as Ido is picking up a turret.
I like this though, because we push bot side, which means Kenjingwa must must go bot side and have his teleport up, but still splitting up the team on Paragon.
Zach is looking, Flash with ultimate once again, looking for Omniscient. Has Calm with him. And that will be enough once again to keep his 80 carry alive. I mean, Omniscient must feel so safe with Calm next to him.
Yeah, for sure, and the rest of the team is there to support him straight away, but now Calm, no ultimate available, and if we look over to the Paragon, we're only missing Zach's ulti, so
they need vision.
Team fight.
Calm needs to give that vision. Ido will be falling asleep. That's good damage coming out from Paragon, looking for that first kill, getting that on last as Omniscient is trying to defend himself against Snepex. A lot of members standing alone in Fritt Fall, and they're really struggling here in this fight. Timatopper flashing over the wall, looking for Laffy as well. Calm will die in mid-air. There's not much left of Fritt Fall, and it looks like Paragon will secure this Baron.
Yeah, this Baron is going to be a game changer for them. They're already in the lead, but with this Baron, it's going to be rough for KFF to get back into the game. The gold lead is over 5,000 gold after this Baron.
Oh, Laffy? No way.
I mean, it is.
Can he go for this?
I wouldn't be surprised, but then you have to commit now. No, he's going to do a reset, and that's...
He could get vision here.
But now they all know that he's there. The Dragon is up. If they get that, it's third Dragon, put him in a soul position. It feels like we saw something like this in the last game.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities, but there's no obvious carry at the moment in Fritt Fall. Omniscient is really struggling in these fights, and it just looks like Paragon is better at the team fights.
Oof, that's not a lot of HP left, but the Dragon is going to go down. It's over to Paragon, who's now 3 against 2. So soul point for Paragon. We might get a soul. We might even get an Elder Drake this game as well. It's something we're hoping for. But right now, Paragon is so much stronger on every single lane.
Yeah, they're really, really struggling. Getting sleepy on Ido, who has to use his flash, hit his ultimate in the initial fight, though, as Ido is trying his best to get down Snepex, who will go into Silence, and a perfect pullback from Kejingwa. And now they're going in deep under the turret. Can you hold against Kire and Laffy? Last is going too deep. He's gonna die. He's gonna die under the turret as Laffy slows him down without any minions. And it's a 2 versus 3, and I think they cannot close. They can just get the inhibitors.
No, Lastbit died, now they can't close. If Lastbit were alive, I think they would be able to. But right now, no. So KFF lucky this time to still be alive and stay into the game. But Paragon, they moving forward faster and stronger by the minute.
I mean, what a game. We had some similarities from game 1, like we talked about. Fritt Fall now looking at some inhibitors going down where they have to defend themselves. And if they can do the same job as Paragon did, this might be another 40-50 minute game, you know?
Yeah, the only good thing here for KFF after that team fight, the only good thing they got out of it must be that they will be able to farm quite a lot on the bot side. If we look over to Dragon, it's 3.5 minutes, it's 4 minutes until Baron, so there's no objective they really have to focus. Right now it's just farm and defend.
What is Zach doing?
Listen, I mean, he's playing Braum, okay? He can do whatever he wants.
He's just chilling in enemy jungle, given that extra deep information.
It's worth it.
I mean,
if he doesn't die.
I mean, this guy obviously doesn't care. Ido's gonna hide in the bush, and Kire together with Calm will try to wave clear as Baron power play sponsored by Phoenix Blue is starting to siege down on KFF.
Yeah, no. Here we look at it. They're going to defend on the top side because they need every single player to defend against the full Paragon. Luffy is not there. Snepex is pushing mid lane. This might not end well for KFF because right now you can see that they're under pressure. They don't really know where to go. Omni is going to go for his item.
Oh, Last taking down a bit low here if they want to commit. Luffy needs to sidestep. 1 tower is down.
I mean, Omni got his third item. If they just... Okay.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage right now from Paragon. KFF wants to be able to match it. Not able to at the moment. Snepex missing that ball. That's huge for KFF as they can defend mid lane, at least for now. They are dancing, guys. They are dancing.
But Ido has no mana.
Somebody needs to commit, and it's Kenjinja going in on Laffy, getting that kill to Timatopper. Kira together with Calm will try to do their best. Lafe is still not committed to this fight. Lafe cannot do anything. It's just a slow bleeding end for KFF. They cannot do anything. And England is forcing out game 3.
We made it to a game 3 today.
I mean, that was a really good game from Paragon. They just played so much better. They just took over like everything.
Yeah, but it felt like as soon as they were even between the teams, Paragon got a little bit better team fighting. I think their team comp was a bit stronger as well together. I'm not going to say Loffe picked something new, but it didn't really feel like the playstyle Loffe is used to play to be an assassin. Well, Evelyn, but that's invisible assassin. That's its own thing. But otherwise, it's usually you there. We could see some Jarv and something Brucey, tanky that can stand in the front line. This time with K6, not the same thing.
Yeah, Paragon coming out with a clutch game 2, forcing out game 3. So it's 1-1, it's a best of 3. That means game 3 will determine who will face off against BT Int in the finals. I mean, we're going to go to a short break. Refill your drinks, go to the bathroom, get ready, because, I mean, it's going to be another banger. I'm sure of it. Be right back.
There you have it.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Collegiate Season 2. My name is Leaper. I'm here together with Pide, and we are in the middle of semifinals number 2. And we just saw, we're in the semifinals number 2, but we're going into game 3 as we had the first tie of the day, where Paragon closed it out here in game 2 and forced out game 3.
Yeah, and I mean, both game 1 and 2 were really close. I think the second game was more one-sided. It was really not one-sided, but compared to the first game, it was... I don't even know what to say about these 2 games. It's just, we have the third game ahead of us. It's going to be really even unless someone does a stupid invade again in level 1. But no, I expect like 40 minutes game almost.
We have a lot of expectations on both these teams. They have shown up. Both games they won, they were pretty decisive. They were showing up. They were doing good stuff all over the map. The only reason that KFF had some struggles in their game was because Tima Topper had like the best game ever and just held Paragon in the game for so long. With that said, everyone, let's move into the last picks and bans of this semifinal and find out who faces off against Uppsala University in the finals.
But the bans,
it's gonna
the
be
same. So far, at least, it's Jon and Talia from KFF. Paragon is going to keep on with these 380 carries, maybe, unless they change the last ban.
Oh, they do.
Lilia is getting banned here for KTH.
So that means Tristana is open, but I think if Paragon leaves that open, they're going to go for Tristana mid lane.
What if KFF takes Tristana?
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to take it first pick.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Skarner is also open. And Skarner had a huge impact in the last game.
There you go.
And there we have it. It's so easy to cast this meta.
I mean, it's always the same champions. Yeah. Let's get some more predictions, guys. Yeah. And yeah, it should be Corky, right?
Why change a winning concept? You know, you can say that at least once every BO5, BO3.
But this time around, I think Ivern is not impossible for KFF.
No, not now when they have Tristana in mid lane.
They could potentially go for Ivern here.
If they pick Kasanta on top side, Ivern wouldn't surprise me because then they already have the front line. Khan could go another front line that we're going to have Alistar.
Oh, they got excited about that. We saw some excitement in the eyes of Paragon as we see Alistar picked out for Calm here in game 3. And like we said, the winners of this game, it's 1-1 at the moment. The winners will face off against Uppsala University in the final.
And Leona is going to come through here and Paragon picks it up. So far they have a really tanky team. Both teams are really tanky, but a little bit more of CC over to Paragon. So KFF is going to look for an AD carry and a mid laner. Paragon is looking for their AD carry and jungler. But we're going to take these 4 last bans coming out, and Jinx is going to be one of them. Paragon first ban here in the second ban phase is then Jinx. Do you think we're going to continue with AD carry bans for Paragon?
Yeah, I think the last one will be like Varus, potentially.
Yeah, Varus.
Or
Kalista
Ezreal.
is
Ezreal. He's really good at
is still
Ezreal.
open, yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, does Ezreal fit into the team they already built? Because right now they really built like all in.
Yeah, I mean, Paragon played Ezreal Tristana in the first game. Last played Ezreal, and I mean, when they synergized, they did it really good. And it's actually a Nidalee ban coming out from KTH respecting Snepex. And this time he will not play Lilia. So we need to see a new champion coming out from this jungler now in Paragon.
So Talia is banned, Nidalee is banned. The other champion he played a lot lately, we have Lee Sin if they need the AD. We have Karthus if we need AP. And actually a little bit of spice with Syra in his champ pool the last month.
I mean, they banned Evelyn. So Luff is happy. Like, he's like, okay, they respect me enough to ban out my two champions. I'll take that.
Jordan.
And yeah, another AP champion banned as KTH go for Brand. So AP focus in jungle. Karthus is open.
There we have the Syra. Do you think do we get it?
I mean, AP focus. Syra jungle, everyone. That's spicy.
It was really, I was looking up the match history. It's like 25
no
games,
way.
25 games, and there was Syra. It's like 7 games. Last week, Syra.
Yeah, and we talked about Ivern. Not impossible here for KTH being hovered. I think that's the best option.
And a Kalista coming out now.
A Kalista?
A Kalista.
Not impossible.
It's a Varus or Kalista, but Kalista here.
I say Ezreal.
Ezreal is also open through, but Kalista throwing Alistar straight into the team fight, still having Ivern as your enchanter. But
Wait,
then they
could
need
go
to put everything on their bot side to win it.
They could go AP bot lane, potentially?
No,
It's a Kai'Sa. Okay.
Kai'Sa has become stronger lately, so she's on S+ tier right now. In every rank from Platinum up to like Master. So it's really strong right now, but we should print screen this and show this Swedish community that they play new champions.
Oh! Instead, Lasp, the one hovering Ezreal, will pick that out as well. So good poke coming out from Paragon. Has Corki, Ezreal, and Zyra for the poke initiation will be done by Skarner and Leona. KTH has their supportive jungler to get it with some nice initiation frontline in the form of K'Sante and Alistar. And damage will be coming out from Edo and Omniscient on Kai'Sa and Tristana.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do about this. All right, where did our champions go? Now, so there's a lot of these champions we talked about. It is the meta picks. We have Skarner, Corki. Syra just got in. They played her in the LPL.
Yeah, Syra jungle is a thing. It is a thing, guys.
It
it's not even spicy.
And then we have the Leona and Ezreal on the bot side. Leona, I mean, she pops up every now and then when you at least expect her. But the Ezreal pick it's one of the most played champion over for last, but not in the top 5, but I could see it on the list. Taking that from Omniscient, who we know it's the most played champion for him. How do we feel about this? Do we trust the Ezreal to still pop off?
I mean, I think Lasp did a good job with Ezreal in game 1. Once they got to synergize Timatopper's Tristana and Lasp's Ezreal, I think they did really, really well. Didn't really get the right image of what his Ezreal actually could perform because it was kind of a stomp from Fritval in the early game of game 1.
Yeah.
But I think definitely Lasp will deliver as Ezreal. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't. Right now, I think the biggest carries for them is Lasp and Timatopper. Last game, potentially also because of Ken Jingwa. I think he delivered a lot there in game 1.
Yeah, so we have 4 AD carries in this game, 2 on each team. I'm with you, so we all expect the AD carries to be the only carries in this game. I mean, they're so strong right now. Otherwise, we wouldn't play them in mid lane as well.
Yeah, but with that said, everyone, I mean, this is the third and decisive game. Who goes to the final? We could potentially have all Swedish final, which means that we will once again have a Swedish champion in Nexus Collegiate, or we will see Paragon moving on to the finals, once again showing that they are really strong against Sweden and good at eliminating Swedish teams, which will make it more difficult for the Swedish teams they will face in the finals later. If Swedish meatballs is their delicacy, I guess we're gonna struggle a bit as we move into the finals later.
For sure, calm, the cow, you know, gotta hit that bell all the time. No invades this time. We have Snepix gonna start on the top side, getting help from both Timo Topar and Kenjigo to just defend here. Because, you know, Syra isn't that tanky in the beginning, so an invade on Syra should result in a kill.
I mean, it's difficult to kill her because you need to go through the plants as well. And as soon as she picks up the first, in this case, red buff, she will hit level 2. And as a laner, you will not hit level 2 for a little while. So if you go in there, you're going to face off against the plants, you're going to face off against a red buff on basic attacks, you will not have a good time. So it's difficult to contest her, and Iron is not the champion to go and invade and start to try give her a hard time or whatever.
No, sure not. It's the plant versus the plant, or the tree versus the plant.
Yeah.
Mid lane, AD carry versus AD carry. Top lane, AD carry versus AD carry. Top, no AD carry this time, but we had a Varus before.
Who did?
So we had an AD carry on almost every role except jungle so far.
I mean, look at this. He's standing on the other side of the wall taking camps.
So, very fast. And then we have Loffa on Ivern, who's also fast first clear.
Yeah, he has a pretty good clear as well, but he needs to roam around like a janitor or something to be able to pick up his buffs, while Snepix doesn't really care. Has to go back there, though. Oh, lost some tempo.
Lost quite some tempo there, actually. It's like 8 to 10 seconds, and to some players who are not at high rank, 8 to 10 seconds, it's not that bad, but for these players on this level, 10 seconds can make a huge difference.
I mean, this is Formula 1, you know, like 1 second is a century.
Yeah, I don't know that.
They're fast.
They're fast.
They're fast, yeah.
But anyways, as we talked about now, we think the AD carries are going to be the carries. AD carry is going to be the carries here. Paragon, they have their mid laner and AD carry, who should be this big like game changes for them. And over for KFF, well, it should be Ito in the mid lane together with Omni. Kira, you're on a tank, still do some damage. Calm, also on a tank. Luffy is playing on a support in the jungle, so all the damage are for Ito and Omni to give.
Yeah, in mid lane, Timo Topper has been the man of the hour, as Ito now picks a different champion for the first time in the series. Played Wei 2 games in a row. Now playing Tristana against this Corki that Timo Topper showed us is a really good champion at the moment, doing that extra damage. But I think last game was just determined by communications, vision. They just executed better.
Yeah, they did for sure. And that's why we're here in the game 3, and just as the first and second game, we're probably going to see 8 to 10 minutes of farming. Then we might see a kill. And once we see the first team fight, we're just going to see team fights all the time.
Ooh, Loffe will just miss that snare as he tries to invest his first gank of the game.
Don't really commit much more than that, though. But it's still showing your presence. And Snepix, this is how you play Syra in the jungle.
Is this jungle 2024?
You wait 5 walls away.
Yeah, it's like... I like it. I mean, it looks fun.
I mean, it's jungle. Jungle is never fun.
I
Not
mean,
when it kills, dude. Just doing the rotation after rotation after rotation.
Did he steal Raptors?
I don't know if it's spawned yet, though. I don't think so, since Snepix is still there, but top is gonna fight.
Oh, no mana on Kenjingwa. It's very hard to defend yourself, but you can't use spells.
No damage out yet. No item means no damage when you play Cassandra bot side.
That was close.
It was really close. You're gonna try it though, and that engage when you try to get that kill messes up the wave. Omni might get the pick on the most of them, but not all the minions that he could have gotten from the start.
Yeah, but when you play this Alistar, you need to be creative all the time. It's so fun to look for those angles, as once again Kenjingwa in a bad situation. But 1 Q will be enough to scare off Kirei, and Paragon first to move on to Dragon, but it looks like it might be contested. Loffe can jump over the wall here. Will do so and steal it!
No!
He will steal it! Ito fighting against Timo Topper has to jump out using Rocket Jump to do so, and Frittfall with the first steal of the day.
First steal and first Drake here in game 3. Didn't expect them to go for it, but since we have Calm and Omni, we just need to try and, I mean, 3 HP below the smiting limit gets it with them. And mid lane, Ido versus Timatoper is just gonna, one jump, the other one jumps. That's just how they're gonna fight right now.
I just think Ivan looks so fancy when he flies like that. He looks like a spider.
Who?
Ivan, when he flies over the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a spider that you crushed, and then he's just like over the wall.
Sure.
It's really cute.
But Dragon is down, and next up is the Grubs right now. The only jungler who's moving there is Loffe. If you look over at Snepex, he's on his way. He might even bring 2 friends to it.
Are we getting double objective on Fritt Fall? What?
What's going on here?
What is going on?
Snepex is here. No level 6 though, together with his support. Got 1 grub so far. Snepex is just gonna look for some vision over the wall.
Can the plan take it? Yeah, he did.
He got it.
all the first games of the day, we didn't see a single steal. Now we have 2.
Yeah, they're ready for it. It is game 3. If you win this one, you move on to the grand final. If not, you're out. So they really have to put out their best performance in this game.
But it's still a win for KFF. 2 grubs and Dragon. Even if they steal 1, which could be crucial, I mean, it's still a win.
It sure is a win for them right now. But in the long run, we don't know, because these games we've seen these 2 play have just been back and forth until the last 2 minutes where one team is like, oh, we got an ace, we're ending. But it's very calm on the lanes. No one's really looking for anything. They're just farming at this point. Most active have been the jungler. We've seen 2 steals. But they also need a bit of scaling. We have Syra. She needs the scaling to really do damage to the champion as well. On the other hand, we have Ivern, who needs the rest of his team to get fed before he can start doing anything.
Looking at the junglers now, we see Loffe in top lane, potentially looking for something. Snepex pathing down towards bot side. Both neutrals just been taken down. And maybe a little interest here from Snepex. We see blue buff spawning, and he's just walking past that. Some aggression will be invested in bot lane, potentially first blood. No, just backing off.
Yeah. If you went on the Fury, it would be seen by the wards. Great decision by him. Just stay there, be there in case something would happen. But then you read the situation on the laning phase and realize, all right, no one wants to fight right now. I can just go back to the jungle, farm myself up. And the reset has already made once, but Snepex is going to do the full clear. I thought there for a second it was going to go down, maybe stand in the bush, try to do something cheesy. And Loffe is also on his way up to the top side. So right now the junglers, they're pathing next to each other all the time.
Oh, flash coming out. Can he find a solo? He cannot. But that is as close as it gets.
But here is Snepex, and since Timatoper is staying in mid lane, we might see a good bait here. But it seems like either have seen him, doesn't want to fight anymore. But that was not far away. We're talking like 20 HP.
I mean, I love the aggression coming out from Ido. He knows that he's playing Tristana. He should abuse the early game. Finds the opportunity to do so, goes in. Also investing in Flash, but oh, true shot barrage? No.
No, but I like it. It's a good try. Can't hit them all. But if just look at the goal difference between the lanes, this game is more even than other ones. Top is 12 gold, 45, 40. It's nothing.
You can tell it's the final game. As Calm goes in bot lane, gets that double knock-up. Loffe coming in from the side to have a lot of chain CC. This should be first blood going down to KTH FF. They want it on Omniscient, and they get it.
All right, but there's nothing else for them to pick. But as you said, first blood coming out here for KFF, getting on the right champion, Omniscient, who's playing Kai'Sa right now. Kai'Sa is just like in the meta. She's been popping up. Haven't really been in the top tier for a long time, but slowly after a few buffs, she's now on the S tier, and it's also a scaling AD carry. Sure, she has a lot of damage early in mid game, but once she hit those 4 items in the late game, it doesn't matter if you're tank or support, she's just gonna delete you.
Yeah, now we will see some neutrals spawning on the map again. Dragon will spawn in 5 seconds. Grubs will shortly spawn after that. Right now, 2 grubs and 1 dragon for KFF. Only 1 grub for Paragon, no dragons, as they move into bot side river, showing the interest of dragon.
Better reset on dragon though. That's something we should go for. No, but it's one dragon here for KFF. The second one is up right now, and it looks like teams want to fight for it. The only player who's not moving to dragon right now, it's Kenjuan on the top side. Got the teleport in a few seconds, so in case they want to fight for it, they could go for it.
That's a good teleport ward. We'll do that as well.
Now they need to move out of the way.
Will have to protect his team. Goes in, gets that double knock-up as Kirin now wants to be creative. Let's see what he can do. Looking for Kenjingwa. Will use that as well as Kasante now popping off in the back line. Sack overstep, cannot get into this fight again as Calm is looking for cooldowns. It's Fitzfile finding everything, looking for Sack as well now, will not be able to get out. Ido should be able to jump over the wall, look for Snapex, will do so as well. Double kit to Ido, looking for last as well, getting those basic attacks out. Ace for KTFF.
Oh, they played this fight so well, and I actually thought that Paragon was going to win this, because we see here, Skarner is going to come in, get CC on 2 of them, as well as Snapix ult is going to hit them, but there's not enough damage yet. Here comes Omni. Omni only gets sack on him, and the rest is just history. 2 AD carries just going free on them. There's nothing they really can do about it. They're just trying to get away from this situation, but it's too late for them. So KFF getting this ace and the second dragon in the game.
Well played to KTH FF. I thought they were going to win the fight, but an ace this early in the game, very, very impressive. And once again, they have secured the most neutral objectives, putting themselves in a comfortable position as we're moving further into this game.
But the other games, we had one team, game 1, game 2, there was someone who took the lead pretty well in the early game. And right now, if we look at it, it's 3,500. It's around 1 item for the whole team. But when we split it up, it ain't that much. So comeback, I believe in the comeback coming into this game. We're going to see a
Oh wait, can Calm steal this? They cannot smite. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was actually close.
Just from my perspective, say the next year, we're like in your own world, like he can steal it.
Yeah, I was convinced. I was convinced.
But now we have the items are coming out. First out in KFF, we're going to get the Iceborne Gauntlet on the top lane, Static Shift for Omniscient. We have item and Edo too, right? Yes, we do. And over for Paragon, no item so far.
No, they are a bit behind. I'm amazed to look at the scoreboard, seeing a 6-0, considering how the first 2 games played out.
With the 2-0 in Dragons.
This is the most dominant we have seen one of these teams in this series so far. And the best thing going for Paragon at the moment, 4 grubs picked up. That means they get the Voidlings. They get the opportunity to get that extra push in this game. But gold right now, and also control, of course, going over to KTH FF.
Yeah, and the thing is that bot side, it's 1,700 gold together with the support. It's 2,000 gold lead on bot. If we look over to mid, it's 1,000 there in favor for Edo. Top is also pulling away right now. Kiri is moving up to 600 gold advantage. So all the lanes are kind of struggling after that big team fight, and I don't know where they want to move on with Snapex. We're going to focus bot where we're as most behind. Is it mid? Is it top?
I mean, Omniscient looking strong in this game. Last not getting into the game the way they wanted, of course. And Edo, actually the one starting Herald on top side, will be joined by Lofa and Kira, and this will be uncontested. And you don't need 4 grubs if you have a Herald. Then you have the opportunity to once again open up mid lane, get that deep vision, get control over the game, making it difficult for the enemy team to do anything at all.
So far, when we've seen Herald being laid in the mid lane, we've seen T1 down and a second charger in T2. And if we look at the HP in mid lane at the tower, it might happen again.
Potentially, Edo playing Tristana makes it so easy to push out the turrets. And if you compare mid-turrets, you can see what player actually has the pushing advantage, that the pressure and the constant lethal threat. And right now it's Edo in mid lane.
Yeah, and this we talked about in game 1, just how the Tristana champion is pushing out all the time, no matter what you do. And that's why you have to play your aggressive mid lane. You can't play passive because you will push anyway, so you better commit to it. And so far, Edo has really done it. 2 kills and 3 assists in 6 kills in total. The only one who's doing better than that is Omni. 303, a little bit more behind you, Farm, though?
Yeah, I would say 100% kill participation as an AD carry is pretty impressive.
Well, if you get one kill bot and then the ace, it's not that weird, but it's just the thing that they fighting as a team all the time. The first game they had some scrimmage, second was less, and this one was like, all right, we have one scrimmage and then it's team fights.
I thought that was the weirdest thing actually about Game 2, that Fritval did not win the team fights. That's their strength. And Paragon just looked so much better in team fights. KFF had nothing on them.
Yeah,
but again, now in this game, I feel like they're coming back a little bit to their normal state.
I don't think like the champion select in the last game was the problem. It was more of Loffe playing a champion that was not the front line, or someone who's looking for the front line. He was just playing K6, where it's more you want to get into the back line, and he did well, but the rest of the team, they all have had the same playstyle. So now when the jungle changes playstyle, the rest of the team has to do it, and they didn't feel too comfortable in it. But this game so far, great for them. I'm just
teleport coming in from behind here. It's Kirei. There will not be a matching one from enemy team. Kirei trying to get in, has to use his ultimate, but doesn't want to pull him too far away, but doesn't matter. Snappick's the first one to fall, and last is way out of position. Double kill for Kirei.
Kirei played that so well. Using his flash so he can get the CC. After the CC is hit, Omniscient will have the possibility to get to them, do the damage, and then a double kill going over to Kirei. Gonna lose top tower, but a double kill in this situation for top tower, it's definitely worth it for them. So 8-0 right now in kills. The gold lead is over 4,000, and the Dragons are still 2-0, and it seems like they're gonna go 3-0 any second now.
I mean, it's another Ocean Soul. Having an Ocean Soul together with an Ivern will make it difficult for you to be able to kill this Fritval.
Yeah, they are looking shielding as well for himself.
It's
They will really benefit from this soul.
They're looking good right now. Definitely.
For sure. There's no Herald available to still get this tower. I mean, it's Kaisa and a Tristana. Ido's going to pop his spell off, which means he's going to get the aggro.
I think they're going to pop Herald now. This is the right moment, I guess.
They should. I mean, who has it? Ivern. And Ivern is still mid. Loffed. Well, we can't see the timer on it, but it feels like it should be used soon. Otherwise, it will just be used by itself. And we see a little bit now how they swapped up in their team. So they're going to take Ido, the mid laner, put him on down bot side because they already take a tower. Kenji Goa is going to come from Paragon down to top bot side because he had a rough top lane. The lane swapping is coming out now, so we're not far away from the big team fights.
We are not. And it's amazingly 4 minutes until Soul Point for KFF, and we're only 18 minutes into the game. So they've played the early game quite fast, but they also have a lot of potential scaling.
Oh yeah. But I think after that ace they got, they were like, all right, we need to take this advantage and just keep on running with it.
Yeah, let's see where they will use the Herald. As like you said, it will tick out in any moment now, and they need to make a decision. It should be mid lane, I guess, as we see Kenjingwa picking up Bounty for the third in bot lane.
We'll see what they can do here, but they're sending 2 players in mid lane.
Oh, Calm is the one going in. They have Lotte with them on the side as well. It's a perfect ultimate coming out from Zac. Will also be the perfect disengage.
Yeah, Zac's ultimate changed that whole situation. Otherwise, we think we would see a 9th kill going over to KFF. But that ulti was just pinpoint perfect over on Omni, and you gotta give it to Omni as well that he was running into it. He dodged it and then ran back into it. A little bit of a panic there, and there we have the Herald gonna come out in the mid lane. So T1 is gonna go down for sure. Question is, can they push it to T2?
Well, we're gonna get one charge. Will we get another? It's very low as Calm is flashing in. He wants to enable his buff. He's very alone though. That Alistar is quite tanky. Can Omniscient get back in? He's gonna try. Daisy will join. Redemption popped as well. That will heal Ivern as well, as Daisy's tanking the turret so that Herald can move in. Helping each other out. A second dash.
There's no dash.
There's no dash.
Yeah, they already jumped into it and jumped out, so no dash coming out from Herald there. But with, yeah, you know, Calm. Alistar the cow is pretty tanky by himself. And then Lofo and Ivern keeps him alive even longer.
I mean, it looked cool.
It looked really cool.
It looked really cool. We'll take that. Cool is the name of the game. But once again, KFF, the ones controlling this game, they have a 4,000 goal lead at the moment. Every time I'm guessing a number, I want to say with confidence, but I don't want to say it wrong. So it's better to just sound like you don't know and then guess it right to not lower people's expectations, you know? That's just my philosophy.
You always say it when it's a little bit off.
Yeah.
So you can, oh, no, I need to correct it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you call the gold and then you see it's like double kill and Baron. It just jumps away. Like, all right, never mind. I'm sorry. I will not speak anymore. But we're moving a bit more into the interesting part of the game. We passed the 20-minute marker. The items are out on all of these champions. Some of them even got their second item. Most of them are over in KFF, so a lot of team fighting is something I expect for them, because right now the Dragon is 1 minute away, the Baron is up, the pushing ain't too much to work about right now, so it's only the neutral objective that should be the target for both of these teams right now. And so far in this game and the past 2 games that we watched them, they all been there at the Dragon. They used all their teleports, they've been running all across the map, they all want to fight for the Dragon as a complete team. And right now it's 3-0 KFF Dragons, they're at soul point. If they get this soul, I don't really know what to say for Paragon, because then Kasanti is just going to be a shield machine. Loff is going to have shields on everyone, Calm's going to get the extra healing. It's just so much they benefit from it.
Yeah, we will also see an Elder before 30 minutes. So a lot of spicy thing that can happen with this Dragon. Right now, KFF taking over the entire bot side. And it's gonna be dark for Paragon as they're walking in to the shadows with hopes and dreams that they can stop KFF from taking Ocean Soul here in Game 3. Topper is taking a lot of damage from Omniscient. True Shot Barrage coming out, trying to give some more intel. They're playing it slow, they're playing it smart, pushing mid lane, taking Dragon at the same time, not giving too much intel, and Ocean Soul will easily go over to KFF.
Yeah, and from this point on forward, it's going to be rough for Paragon to fight. They need to wait for this Elder Drake. The thing is...
Oh, this cow is tanky as Omniscient moves in and Topper is instantly killed. And that should be Baron. They are playing this really good right now. Slow and steady.
Yeah, and they can do because they want to take the Elder Drake. And as long as they don't fight some unnecessary fight, lose some kills, if they just wait out until Elder Drake spawns, they will have that team fight. They will get the Elder and they will win the game.
Looking for bot lane, looking for Edo. The Edo will just rocket jump out, get out, and that means Baron Power Play, sponsored by Phoenix Blue, goes over to KFF. They have Baron Power Play, they have Ocean Soul. What can they do with it?
7k gold lead. Well, they can take towers, they could get kills, they could finish the game.
Yeah.
I think that's what they aim for right now.
Those are the options, I guess. Yeah.
They could also die with it.
I mean,
that's not the best option.
Right now we're in a situation where Elder is spawning in 4 minutes and 50 seconds. That's a gamble, because if they don't get a pick, it could potentially be a 50-50 objective. If Paragon secures that objective, that will turn everything around, and all of a sudden we will have a little bit of a replay from Game 1.
And that's what I'm talking about. Is yeah, we have KFF. They're in a big lead. They have a lead in everything except the Grubs. Everything. But at the same time, it's Paragon they're playing against. So I expect them to do some hero play soon. They need to do it. They can't wait for the Elder Drake. As soon as Elder Drake goes over to KFF, it's more or less over. So either they're going to look for some picks right now in the jungle. They would need some more wards though. The other option for them is just wait out for Elder Drake, force a team fight, take the risk. Either win that team fight or it's over, or you're just going to wait until the game is over.
They are going to commit to bot lane, a tower that is pretty low, and we have Calm on a flank. So I think this tower will just fall. And we have Kira in mid lane, who will meet up with a wave as well. We see Omniscient pathing over now. They're doing it slow, they're doing it steady. Whatever they're doing, it's working.
They're doing it the right way. They know they're so far ahead that they don't need to take any risks anymore. But now they engage coming in.
Zac going in a little bit too deep. The damage coming up from 3-shot Barak on Omni. Kira over the wall together with Zac now. He's playing Kisante, doing a lot of damage. But last, though, is following up. Kenjingwa will do whatever it takes. Missing that ultimate because of a flash coming out from Kira. And now, yeah, another wave is coming in, and it's pushing bot lane at the same time. It's a disaster for Paragon.
Yeah, oh, the engage coming in there for Calm. The dive, they're gonna look for it.
Yeah, they're trying their best, but they cannot make anything stick at the moment. Edo once again pushing bot lane as they're sieging mid lane. Paragon needs to look for something here, but they cannot as Kieran knocks back Zac, trying to look for that kill. They will get it as well.
One kill down, one inhibitor is going down now as well, and the second one should not survive this. The reset is going to come out from Kira. Kira's going to use his teleport. They're going to go for the finish.
Perfect teleport coming in, protecting that minion for as long as possible. Sieging now on the first Nexus turret. So much healing, so much shielding. They're just dragging this out perfectly. Team Topper once again getting caught by Calm. Loffe together with Kira, together with Omni, looking for potential second kills here. Good knockbacks coming out from Kira, double knockback. Once again up in the air. Nexus, the only thing standing. But we're gonna have an all-Swedish final, Season 2 of Nexus Collegiate.
Oh, it just felt so weird. The first game was super close. The second game was super close. And now in game 3, more or less, it felt like they found something, like a little weakness in Paragon, and they just went all in for it, not dropping a single kill.
I mean, just well played to both teams. 2 convincing games. Game 1 going to KTH FF. Game 2 going to Paragon. And now in the last game, very, very convincing once again from KTH FF. We're going to let them shake hands. And now we know which two teams are going to play the final. It's going to be KTH FF against Uppsala University, which means that Paragon together with NTN UI will go home with 4,000 crowns, and we will determine who goes home with the 10,000 crowns and 7,000 crowns in the final.
Well, not us. It's them, basically.
Yeah, but we will find out.
We will find out together with you guys
That's
at
true.
home. So Sweden versus Sweden.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, both these teams have players that played a lot against each other. We're talking official games, it's scrimmage, they're playing flex teams together, duo queue together. They know each other so well. So the champ select picks and bans is going to be super important here in the final.
They're basically family. Basically.
Yeah. Basically. Same community.
Yeah. But we're going to take a short break. We're going to recover with energy. We're going to go to the bathroom. We're going to get some liquids into our bodies. But when we come back, it's time for the grand final in Nexus Collegiate Season 2. It's going to be KTH FF versus B2UUU. There you go.
You forgot
Be right
the
back.
int.
Oh, yeah, int.